Bloody glasses are steaming up. Well, we've made it. We're here. It's all sort of happening pretty quickly. I'll wait until there's a few more in there in the group. You can let us know the chat's working, people, and that my microphone's working. Yeah, it's we're good. We've sort of parked way down there out of sight. Good morning, Phil Wilson. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. So this is RAF. Do you know what? Do you know, I've just had brain freeze. I've just had complete... It's Wethersfield. Oh my days, man. I just totally forgot where I am. Let's have a little look what we got in there. No one there. So will they come out of this gate, yeah?
No, none of them come out of this gate. This is basically, you can just see them.
Is that security, is it, in the IVs?
Yeah, that's security. You'll see them at the end there, look. Look at the end.
Yeah. All the usual suspects. So the idea of today, people, right, is they are going to be laying on minibuses, coaches that basically transport, and the transport is going to be it's going to be taking these people from here to the town, to the village centres, town centres. They get to jump the queues for the dentists. They get fed in a joint venture between Care for Calais and the Salvation Army. They get fed as per that video that I've put up on my YouTube. They feed them. Right, and then they come back to this base. It's an RAF base, RAF Wethersfield, and they come back in. They still get their 3 meals a day. What's going on, man? We've got our homeless, we've got our old people that are in dire, desperate need for some sort of support, a little bit of help, and they're not getting it. They're just not getting it. It's do you know, it's so heartbreaking.
We saw 1 minute ago with £170 shoes.
Don't, man. It just you can't make it up. You honestly can't. He's just said we've just seen one of the immigrants wearing £170 pair of bloody trainers. I mean, honestly, you can't. It makes you sick. Do you know what, JP? The way you've just said that, that is the politest bloody way you can say it. It boils your piss, mate. It really does. Absolutely boils your piss. But I've started early. We get a few people in. We'll wait. I mean, it's gonna the actual official start time here is for sort of like 10 o'clock, but we've got here early. We got lost, so luckily I did get here early. But I'll wait until everybody starts joining, and then we'll sort of proper get into it. Go and have a look. When they know you're here, do they start coming to the gates?
So what they usually do is security will gather around there. There'll be like 3 or 4.
What are you on that? A PMR frequency?
I don't know.
What is it? A Balfang? Balfang? Yeah, Balfang. That'd be a PMR free, or it's one of the frequencies they set. Go on. Do you know what? People, the average working man, right, they've got to buy 100, let's just round it off, £150 pair of trainers. Normally it's like, right, I'll tell you what, I'll put a few quid away this month, I'll put a few quid away next month. In a couple of months you can buy your trainers. How are these, right, I certainly know at the Britannia Hotel, now I'm going to go out on a limb here and just say this, but we do know that they are drug dealing, and we know that 100%, we know that as a fact, right? What's Starmer up to? What is he up to, Mum?
Around the country.
Do you know what? We was at Britannia Hotel. They had one of the like Loomis van turn up to deliver, like, well, whatever it was, money or whatever. What the hell are they doing delivering money? Oh, sweet as a nut, man.
You see much over there?
Nah, not really. Not.
I think there's a gym over there, because people wearing gym gear that seem to be coming that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Wearing gym gear and a £160 pair of bloody trainers.
Yeah, have a free gym. As many people turned up.
I know, Angie. I know. It's. They don't give a rat's ass.
I don't think they were real round here.
Probably Careful Powers or something.
Oh, here we go. There's someone on the move. What are they doing? Just going to put a bit of litter in the bin, I think. Perhaps they're coming to give us some presents for Christmas. Guys, I think today's going to be pretty good, right? So the people here, this is the first time I've been here, right? I know you don't need an invite as such, right? But I would have never have known about this going on, or I would have known about it, but it was like I was invited to come along, so to speak, and to film what they're going to do, and they're basically going to be blocking the minibuses, the buses, everything. They're going to be stopping these people from being transported from this RAF base into the town centres, where these illegal immigrants are literally raping our system. Apart from what they're doing to our young females, and I'm sorry, I know I'm touching cloth with these comments, but it is true, right? Am I saying stuff that would warrant them knocking on my door at 2 o'clock in the morning to say, like, I've got to wind my neck in? Well, no, I ain't got to wind my neck in. Yeah, apparently, yeah, we're pretty much just giving bloody Gibraltar. We're doing all that sort of stuff. Apparently, no, these patriots here, they're literally just going to stop the transports. What transport do they use? Like minibuses and
minibuses.
just minibuses, yeah. Like
They don't use any. Well, with last time we were here, which was last Saturday, there was a taxi that turned up.
yeah.
And took 3 of them up to London.
Were any of them branded? Any of the minibuses, are they branded like any sort of any company names or anything?
Dace, what's the company name for the buses again? Foster Hartley.
Right, guys, listen, have a look into a company called Foster Hartley. Foster Hartley, that apparently, yeah,
in Bolton.
Foster Hartley, do your magic, people, and see what you can come up with. But that is the company. Foster Hartley are the company that's laying on the transport.
And then Clear Springs is the ones that buy this place and sell it out. Basically.
Morning, Pauline. Welcome. Hello, doggy.
We're on the way back. Do you reckon we can get their radio frequency on this?
You probably, if you stand near the guard thingy and try to, because this is how Martin Blackborough done it. But I don't know. He's probably
John, we're going to try and get their radio frequency.
I wish I would have known this. I'm into my amateur radio.
Yeah.
I can reprogram all these radios to any frequencies, and I would have brung my scanner. I would have just scanned, and we would have found what frequencies they're transmitting on.
Are you live streaming that?
I am, yeah. But I'll can mute, and if you want to say anything sensitive.
Because I don't want police.
Yeah. So, hold on 1 second. Just going to get a little bit of a mute there, guys. Epping tomorrow, I think is going to be pretty good. Yeah. Oh, Cheshunt as well. I go to Cheshunt, Delta Marriott a fair bit.
On tomorrow as
well. Yeah, I heard someone else saying.
Yeah.
What time?
Yeah, that's going to be the last. It'll be 4 o'clock, but tomorrow I think it's going to be quite a good. Last week it kicked off there.
Yeah.
Last week.
Because we've been there a lot of times up there.
They've been there recently though.
Yeah, it's much quieter now. Much quieter. And guys, I'm just putting you down, aiming that way for a second. It's much quieter at Epping. Like, you know, if it's busy, you might get 100 people if it's really busy.
Yeah.
But now, because it's the last one until next year, there's going to be a few people there, but I think they're going to be very vocal. Very vocal, and they were at Cheshunt last night and last week at Cheshunt. So because like Cheshunt was the last night until the 9th, I think, of January next year, they were all being very vocal, and those few people made it much more exciting. Do you know what I mean? You know, and that's it. But
wings there when there was like 300 protesters and 500 antis.
Oh, I tell you, I've had them threatening me, and I think, oh yes, you're all so peaceful, aren't you?
Yeah.
So bloody peaceful. And I would love for one of them to just hit me. My wife used to say to me, if you're going to do this, you've got to wind your neck in.
Yeah.
You lose your temper too quickly. Now they're screaming at me, and I just go, I love you too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And people are saying to me, how do you keep your cool?
My wife told
Oh man, listen, my arse is going like that because I'm screaming inside. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You gotta behave yourself.
Play the game. You've got to
Exactly.
play the game.
Yeah.
I would love for one of them to hit me. I'd love it. The police would just look and go, well, you walked onto his fist, didn't you? Do you know what I mean?
Away with so
They
much,
get,
man.
at Epping, I tell you, we've had it when there's been maybe about 1,000 patriots. That's what I name everybody, patriots. And there was like sort of about 500 counter protesters, lefties.
Yeah.
Honestly, it got heated. The threats that were being made, everybody was abused, assaulted, and on that day, everybody was. It was a free for all, and the police just pretty much lost control of everything. But we're the ones that came off worse at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now I turn up and I've got to just try and behave myself, and because when you behave yourself and you're filming, police leave you alone and they let you film.
Yeah.
And like I walk backwards and forwards. Like I was at Chelmsford a couple of days ago and I was interviewing one of the lefties, whereas you weren't allowed to walk anywhere near them. Because I was filming, I kept my mouth shut, and I was interviewing one of the lefties about undocumented males.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, but they are documented. And I'm trying to say, look, but they've come into the country without a passport, without any paperwork, without any documentation whatsoever that can prove who they are. So they don't have those documents on them, so therefore they're undocumented. Yeah, but they're still documented. And oh man, sorry, and you got to smash your head against the floor because they just don't get it.
They don't want
Because they're brainwashed into just ignore any logic.
Do you know
And-
what's funny for me is when they call all of us racist,
Nazi scum.
but
Yeah.
we're not allowed to assume that
Yeah.
every legal male
Yeah.
is potential rapist.
It's the Nazi scum that they call us.
Hello.
Watch where you're walking up that side there might be some shit.
Oh,
One of them had a turd there last night, I think.
They're all turds, aren't they?
Yeah,
fuck's
he had his
sake.
trousers down, he was hopping around. I was waiting at the top because I was trying to go out, and I thought, what's he doing down there? I just waited for a while, and then as I went past, because he kept backwards and forwards, and I noticed in my mirror he's got his trouser buckles all undone and that, because he was going to have a turn out, so it might be along that edge here somewhere.
Lovely.
Lovely.
That little gap over there, there'll be a turd.
Check your shoes.
Yeah, watch your shoes.
Here we go. Right.
Past here, I think.
So basically, what the gentleman's saying is along the hedge here, along the hedge, there is they've been shitting in the hedge basically. So yeah, that's kind of cool, isn't it?
Oh, let me just go outside of the base and have a shit,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think it was one of the pickups. It was one of the people that were picking up one of them people. So it was some from London. They don't put toilets out here for them, do they? So they drive from London, come to pick them up, and then they've got to go to the toilet. They've got to go. So they need a lot of porta cabin out here, really, don't they?
Lovely. Cheers.
Disgusting tramps. That's what they are, just disgusting animals. Let's have a little walk around, people. I'm going to give you a little walk around. Saying that, I think I'm going to have to drop my drawers in a minute, have a wee. Yeah. Stashing their drugs everywhere. Yeah. Jason was here with his Red Bull. Yeah. What's the name? This area is
Wethersfield Air Base.
Yeah, the Wethersfield Air Base, but is there a name for this little area and in particular? I know like on grandly it's Wethersfield, but is there like a little...
Ministry of Defence, Wethersfield. I can't know the road name.
Do they come and remove the flags as well?
We haven't put them up before.
Oh, right, okay. So we're just crossing here because they apparently go in here. I mean, we got a Heineken can and some other cans. Yeah, we got some beer bottles there. Oh, look, there we go. When I used to drink, that would be my flavour, 1664. I'm not going to walk too much further on here because my feet are going to get soaked. But yeah, they've left, I mean, you know, it's not your local teenagers because this isn't exactly a bloody area that the teenagers are going to come and hang about. Do you know what I mean? So it can only be coming from one source. Oh, quick, I've got to run. It's the police. Let's say hello to the CCTV watching us. I'm assuming this isn't used, this entrance or exit.
Yeah, they've shut this entrance off.
Yeah, right.
All these signs, I know, the yellow ones they weren't here the previous one.
They just zip tied that on. That's crazy. That's going to be a die-bond sign, a alley composite sign by the looks of it. Yep. Do you know something? Right. That's alley composite. That's like about a 0.75mm sheet of aluminium, and then there's a piece of, I'm just giving you a lesson because I use that material all the time, I work with it. And then there's like it's sandwiched in the middle is plastic, and then there's another sheet of the same thickness aluminium, and it's very conformable, bending it into shapes. But to only zip tie it on, they're not adhering to any health and safety regs at all. They should all be fixed pretty much like this one, even though it's a bit rough. It should be fixed properly. But yeah, you know, if you wanted to, it is something that you could complain about because you don't bloody zip tie what effectively is an aluminium sign.
Hello, security. Can we come in, please?
Not allowed.
Asked nicely.
Not
Can we come in?
Not allowed. Oh, yes, please.
Can we use the toilet, please?
I'm about to use the toilet. I think it's in that corner, isn't it? Oh, is it? Yeah. Right. That's the ladies' corner. That's the gentleman's corner. Do you know what? Yeah, let me have a little look at the some of the comments here. It's true, right? It's selective moaning, isn't it? They'll moan. I'll tell you now, if that was anybody who leans on the right side, let's say.
Can we come in, please?
Anybody who leans on the right side and was installing signage with bloody zip ties. Do you know, I actually went to a school years back. I had to go and inspect some signage at a school. It was actually a girls' school in Peckham, and had to inspect some signage.
Can we come in, please?
Because they were they were wondering how this signage had been fixed to the fascia, which was an aluminium fascia on the school. And this signage, which was about 16 feet long by 4 feet deep, so they were using a couple of sheets of 8x4 8x4 dye bond, they used double-sided tape to literally bond the bloody sign to, and that's it. Done a runner and left it like that. They are in there. They're in there. They're actually in there. I didn't realise that. They're sitting in there.
Can we come in, please? Last nicely.
I've only just noticed that the security are actually in the yeah, we need a Steve McQueen here on his bike to do a jump over the fence.
When they're using their radios.
There we go. Yeah, 3M bloody tape. It was to be fair, it was a VHB tape. It was a pressure sensitive tape, so they must have pushed the sign very hard. Toot your hooter. Hooter that tooter.
Can we come in, please?
Do you know what, Angie? Actually it does look like a bloody POW camp. The only thing is, I'm sure they get treated pretty special in there.
That is the Home Office lab, so they can tell you off for that for trespassing.
Oh, right.
But
Oh, well. Okay. Well, it's trespassing. How are we doing, Emma? You good? Yeah, good.
yeah.
We're very good.
You're already
Nice to
early, yeah?
Oh, listen, I'm always early unless I'm late.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's the thing, isn't it? We're always out, really. All right, John?
All right.
You all right? Hi, Dad? How are you?
Hello.
Where's my seat?
I can't hear you.
What, mate?
So where are you going? When the transport turns up and arrives to pick people up, where's it come from?
Right, they're already in there.
They're already
So what
in
they
there.
do
Okay.
is- Would you like me to just let the people know?
Go for it, Mum.
So,
Hold on 1 second. Let me, now that we're going to have a secondary person on, let me turn this mic on. So you hold this mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure it's switched on. Yep, that's connected. You hold that. Right, so
So this is the pre.
Emma
This is
is
the
going
pre.
to explain what's happening today. Why are we here today, Emma?
Right. So we have 1,245 men within this base, all unvetted, all undocumented, and between the team, we started up a protest page. But as we started up the protest page, whistleblowers started coming forward and letting us know about things. So there's been sexual assaults, there's been fighting, there's been partying, smashing up vans, really ungrateful actions of these people where they're actually getting free dentists, free doctors, free food, they're getting money on the cards and they're going into our town centres every single day. So we have buses run by Foster Hartley 7 days a week. They start at 10 o'clock in the morning and they're picking them up at 7 o'clock at night. We've been asking the Home Office, will you at least do a curfew, right? They're not answering us. We've been asking our MPs to push back. They're not answering us. So the only way we can do this is by putting on a protest. We put a protest on in Chelmsford and we understand that all the buses then went into Braintree and Colchester. We then understand that the Braintree protest went on, then all the buses went to Chelmsford and Colchester because we have inside information. We was going to put a protest on last Saturday, and what happened is that we got a little bit worried because they put on all these actions within Chelmsford, basically was threatening arrest. So at the last minute, we put on a flash protest here last Saturday, and we officially stopped the buses for the full day. So we decided we was going to do it again. And why it's really important to come down here today is because this is the last Saturday that women and children and men can go shopping safely in the town centres, and also stopping the theft. The theft is through the roof at the moment. So it's very important that, you know, these independent businesses are not getting theft, you know, a couple of days leading up to Christmas. So we're here today, the last Saturday before Christmas, and we're here again on New Year's Eve. And New Year's Eve is very important because you have young 18-year-old girls, they've just, you know, gone out for the first time. They're not used to drinking. They're a little bit less aware than, you know, someone like myself who's nearly 39. And we're stopping the buses. So we're basically going to stop effectively, you know, potential rapes, because these men are following women around, following girls around, and they're making them feel very unsafe. Also, they can skip the bus home. There's no rule of them coming back. They only report them to the Home Office if they go missing for 7 days. So New Year's Eve is very important as well, because like I say, we don't want them out, we don't want them skipping the bus home. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do regular events now. We're going to do New Year's Eve, and then we'll send some dates out, and then watch this space, because in March we're going to do a march. We're going to march from the prison where Harush Kabati was released. We're going to march all through the town, and then we're going to end up at Shire Hall. So it's very, very important to raise awareness, and it's not just Braintree, Colchester and Chelmsford, by the way. This week we've released a lot more. So I went into a dentist this week where my granddad is a patient. They are getting priority dentist appointments over tax-paying people that are paying their hard-earned money, and they can't get appointments for months on end. They're pulling their own teeth out, and this is not fair. So, this is why we're here today, and we're not stopping.
Well said. You're getting a lot of good feedback here.
Oh.
Well done that lady, and all that sort of stuff. Big up that lady. Her name's Emma, by the way. Anyway, yeah, fantastic. So that's why we are here, and of course, like, since I've been invited to come here and attend, it's going to be a regular thing for me to do now. So let's show this place some love now, and support Wethersfield. Stop the buses. Can you imagine that? You've been waiting on the dentist. You've been waiting for a dentist appointment, right, for a year or whatever. Then all of a sudden, sorry, we're putting you back for another few months because we've got to deal with a load of illegal immigrants. No, I'll tell you what, it's because they're just coining it in. They're coining in. That's what the dentists are doing. They're taking advantage. Oh, let's turn one of these microphones off. They're taking advantage of the fact now that they're just, I mean, oh man, do you know when you're talking and you just start getting a little bit angry inside you?
Testing! We're not letting the buses leave today!
Braintree Council last week, after we released all the rubbish, they actually came down and litter picked this whole area. But as you can see, there's a big...
I've just been behind there. There's loads of beer cans, beer bottles and stuff. So
we actually rang Braintree Council, reported all the videos. A lovely clerk from Wethersfield reported it all. They came down and collected it all. I actually do have some litter picking tools in my car. So what I might do in a little while is just go around and collect some of this rubbish. Not only are we helping the community, the local communities, but we're also helping Wethersfield.
Do you know that's a pattern at all of these centres now that are housing these illegal immigrants? Everywhere you go, the rub is filth. It's filth. All of them. Absolutely disgusting. They have no respect for the areas that this is relative luxury. It might not be to maybe you or I or some of these people here, like being in an army camp or an RAF base like this, but to them it's luxury. And getting free proper meals, plus of course what's being laid on for them at the bloody Care for Calais /Salvation Army bloody places. It just stinks. It absolute stinks, man. All paid for, absolutely, Joe Loy. All paid for. All paid for. It's us mugs that are paying for it. But we don't have a choice. I mean, I'd like to say that that's it. I ain't paying any more of my taxes, but unfortunately it's paid for at source, like you know, when I get my wages, there's nothing I can do about it. The company is what it is. But if I was a self-employed man now, I've got to tell you, whew, yeah, anyway, I ain't going to say anything that might implicate me in any way whatsoever. I look forward to when, the buses start arriving and they're... Oh, hold on. Heidi, hi, holdy, ho to the holiday show. Right, Heidi, it's your birthday, isn't it? Heidi, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Heidi. I will sing you a happy birthday, okay? So, here we go. You lot are going to regret that it's Heidi's birthday now because I'm going to sing. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heidi. Happy birthday to you. Now, we're giving you the bumps. Do you know what, in school when we used to give people the bumps, we used to throw them so high that they'd smack their head off the ceilings and silly stuff. I'm just waffling a load of old tosh at the moment, just until it kicks off. Got to keep people going. It's one of my mods. It's their birthday today, so I've just had to sing them happy birthday. Huh? Yeah, let's go and do a useful job, eh? What job would you like me to do? Do we have our first troll in the comments? There we go. Right, so we're on litter picking duties. Right.
Not only am I helping the community, I'm helping the community. So.
Watch out.
Car coming. Car coming.
Car.
Stop. Carry on. And another one.
From Chelmsford. Oh, you're sick.
So Emma is just doing some litter picking duties right at the moment, and I think that car's heading straight towards her.
Go over here as well, pick all this up.
I mean, it's honestly, the place is filth. They have zero respect. Zero.
It was actually better than last week because we reported it and Braintree Council actually came and cleared up the road.
There's a shed load of beer cans and bottles behind the edge there. Anyway, just before it starts kicking off and getting really busy, in all seriousness now, Heidi, I hope you have a great day. If you've got better things to be sort of doing than modding here, then you will not have a job when you return back to the office tomorrow. No, Heidi, have a great day. Honestly, hope you have a really good day. They made your Xmas tree die. Oh, mate. Right, okay, let's see if we can melt the pot that it's in. If it's a plastic pot. Mind you, even if it's clay, I can soften that up as well.
Werewolves are here. I should have taken his
We're under attack.
outside the shop.
Come on. The enemy are in the base.
Shouting and shouting.
Plenty of megaphones here today, look.
I mean, she's doing stuff that she or we should not be bloody doing, but it's for the sake of the locals. You know, it's just. Oh, listen, I know 100% I agree with you when it comes to the French farmers. Ah, look there. Look on the side of his. He's got some magnetic signs on his van. Yep. I think I'm just going to have to shoot up there in a minute and go and shake hands with the head of the family.
Oh, you've got it. I don't know why. Why is it scrambling then? It's just scrambling. Oh, you pressed it? No, I've touched it.
Yes, could I use your toilet, please, mate?
Can we use your toilet? I really need to go.
I'm hungry.
Right, just tell me.
We know you do free food, so.
All they got to do is tell me which side is the men's.
Well, that's the entrance.
Apparently, all your friends, all your buddies like to have a dump in the hedge. Do you know what old school they do? It makes you sick, doesn't it? That there you go. She's found all the empty beer bottles and beer cans now. There's a lot of it behind there. She's going to need a bigger bag or another one.
How's the radio going?
There we go. I bet you it's all the bloody way down as well.
Unfortunately, I've just picked up a bit of
I mean, look at how much you've got already, and you've been doing it for 5 minutes.
Braintree Council came down and cleared this up as well.
If I could just say, mods, if you could just keep an eye on the early trolls that have entered the chat. Don't put up with any of their rubbish. Just get rid of them. Let them have a couple of things to say, but then just boot them out. Get rid of them. Cheers, Shaz. Well done.
Can we come in, please?
Yeah, I've definitely got to go and shake hands with the head of the family in a minute. Morning, local nutter. It's been a bit of a long time, hasn't it, my friend? Welcome back. Welcome in the chat. You're going to tell me that you're bloody in all day yesterday or something. That's it. I'll tell you what, my brain's shot now. You just know, any of these breeder dogs that got big floppy ears like that they're insane. They run around like they're just all ecstasied up. I know, I've got a Belgian Malinois. I know what busy dogs are like, man. You've got to stop them because they'll have heart attacks. You've got to stop them.
Wethersfield, all loads of glasses, all loads of cans.
Yeah, do you know what? Let them have a little say. Let them have a little say. They might say something that's well, no, they're never going to say anything that's constructive, to be fair. But let them have a little say, as long as they're not abusive or attacking anybody. Donna, there's a joke there with what you just said. I'm sorry. Reread what you've just said. There is definitely a joke that could be made there.
No, I haven't got inside information, like, it's not working. No, because they've been calling round people this morning. Hello, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
So you guys got an organisation together, or like Facebook group, or just load of random people turned up together? Or
The Wethersfield buses.
Please come in. Out the road. Out the road, please come in.
Oh, is it police coming?
There we go. Right, police. Right, we've got the police on their way.
Hello, officer.
Hello, Officer Hegan.
How are you, sir?
That's not my surname.
Oh,
You have to give it PC Mugridge he him. It's the full. That's
Oh,
the
right.
PC Mugridge, he, him.
Oh, it's hyphenated.
It's a he, him, yeah.
Let me park up and I'll come round and have a chat to
Oh,
you.
looking forward to it.
Oh, we love a hyphenated PC.
It was so funny last week. He turned up, so basically he sent me an email and then I posted
Right.
online. He went, "Why did you post my email online?" And then because everyone was going, "Oh, it's a he, him," it just says it all, doesn't it?
He, him, yeah, I just get that, yeah.
The he, him.
Do you know what? At least he's got a bloody smile on his face.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what a beautiful day to be, you know.
Yeah, Fag's just taking the flag. Flag's just taking the tumble. How was that standing up?
Microphone thing.
See if we can get it in there anyway. No, right, I see what you was doing. Will it go in there? No, the handle's too thick at the bottom, isn't it?
Just need something heavier, like brick.
How to do it until the wind blows. Right, when that officer's down here, then I will go up there and I'll go and release the beast.
Release the beast.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Bothered? How we doing, mate? I'm in a new to me location, Wethersfield, RAF base. That sun is an absolute killer, honestly. That winter sun when you're trying to drive and you got the sort of the roadway is like either a bit frosty or it's defrosting, you know, so it's all wet. It just, oh, these words I'm using, it just glistens off of the surface. Do you know what, actually? Pretty Little Lights. Coppers should do, but do you know, they wouldn't do anything that is outside of what is in their contract. That's why there could be a broken down vehicle in the middle of the road there. A copper will not push that vehicle because it's not in their job description. And if they pulled her back, not insured and all that palaver, it's crazy, mum. Right, so let me just give you a little, tiny little bit, just a little explanation of what's going on here. So we've got a few of the locals turning up here at the RAF base, RAF Wethersfield. Is that a vehicle coming? Yep. And what they're going to do is there's going to be transport, like mini buses turning up. That hooter sounds like it's being strangled, doesn't it? So yeah, these locals, they've turned up. There's going to be transport turning up to take the guests, the illegal immigrant residents of this RAF base. They're going to be transported into like the town centres where they will be getting more free food, picking up supplies. They're left to roam. And then once that's all over and done with, as Emma was saying earlier on when she was explaining everything that's going on here, they don't have to actually get back on that bus. They can be left to their own devices to do what they want to do. Right? And this is crazy. What's the volume of guests we've got in here?
Well, they reckon it's 1,200, but we...
1,200?
No, but there's more. So we saw a coach come in the other day.
Jesus.
But because obviously Crobra's not been... Folkestone's just closed down. There's
Yeah.
Wimpy Hales in.
So was that last night, Folkestone, weren't it?
Folkestone closed down yesterday.
Yep.
One of my guys, Liam, went down there and
Right.
took videos and sent it to me. he actually came up to the Chelmsford Pink Lady Festival to meet me because of the similarities of what was going on. But they're very lucky the land got bought. But you know, I'd rather flats be going on this. Actually, this should be used to house our veterans. You know?
100%.
We hear there's 1,200, but I think they're shipping in more without us knowing because they put new generators in last week. The Home Office lie all the time, so how do we know exactly the amount of numbers?
Yep. I had, honestly, 1,200 people. I am shocked. I thought you was going to say a couple of hundred or something.
No, mate.
1,200.
Get shipped into the town centres every day. So if you think the buses are running on consistency all day,
wow.
they hold 16.
Now I see
back and forth.
why you're making a proper song and dance of this. Yeah, I get that now.
We'll talk about it later, but one of our team obviously went into the Salvation Army.
Yep.
And
that's the video that's going around. Gotcha. Yep. So we got some of the police turning up now. A couple of jackets, I believe. Is that a couple of them? Yep, two of them.
Just coming down to make sure that we're safe and stuff like that.
Captain 4468. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated.
What we'll do is we'll start about quarter.
Hello, it's me, famous yellow jacket at Cheshunt. Oh, hello, mate. How you doing? Now I know who you are. Welcome to the chat, my friend.
I was on video, so I tried to make it look as smart as possible for the viewers. I opened up the zip. I should have zipped up my coat so we're matching fully, but everyone all right?
Yeah, good.
Good. What's the plan then? What are we doing?
I've just turned up.
Yeah. Awesome.
We are again raising awareness of what's been happening. So this week we have uncovered the Salvation Army are feeding at least 100 of these people. It's not okay. We've also this week found out they're getting shipped into Whittam Dentist.
Right.
And they're taking priority appointments over my granddad, it's the same dentist. So we're here to raise awareness. We want the buses to stop. This is the last Saturday before Christmas, so the women and children felt safe. Last week, by the way, when the buses did stop, the amount of women that messaged me, I went to Braintree Town Centre today, I felt safe. And on Thursday, in the town centre, I mean, that was disgusting how many there was.
What was disgusting?
The amount of men that was congregating around the bus stop. And I'm sorry, if you was a woman walking past that, and the police lady had to pour their alcohol away. I have also just picked up all that rubbish and put it in a bag. And bearing in mind, Braintree Council came down and collected rubbish because we reported it last week. So not only are we helping the communities, but we're actually helping the Wethersfield community as well. So now we are going a bit more viral. We've got support from, larger, Raise the Colours have shared stuff for us today. Crowborough are sharing stuff today. This has been hidden, and if it wasn't for the likes of the people on the ground, our team, a lot of people wouldn't even know about these buses.
Okay.
So that's why we're here, as you know. But you follow the page anyway, so you know.
No, I don't follow it.
Well, you know about your him email.
Did I?
Yeah, last week.
I don't follow it, though, do I?
But you definitely check up on it.
I snoop around, don't I? I definitely snoop around.
Of course you do. We know you
Well, you
do.
need to know what's going on the ground.
I do.
We're all frightened. I'm frightened. I risk my job coming here, but
name yourself.
I'm fed up with doing it
I'll
now.
come to that. What I'll say about protesting wise, obviously peaceful protest as it was last time.
Yep.
Zero issues about that. I said this last week and I'll say it this week. Residents who do live up at the end of the road are going to come past, and when I spoke to you earlier in the car, someone was coming past what to say is stay out the middle of the road.
Yeah.
I talked about the boundary line of where the Home
boundary
Office
line,
land is and where the public land is. You can be on public land, but just be mindful of residents. I'm just going to have a quick look at that flag. Got no issues with what the flag represents or anything, but just may have a concern with traffic passing through it. So give us a couple of... Whose flag is that?
Go on, mate. I said it, yeah.
Just give us 2 seconds. I just want to...
Can we ask you to name yourself first, please?
Yeah, PC Steve Mugridge.
Yep, PC Price, 83554.
Thank you.
Cool, thank you.
Well, I just got to send the location to Dave Oldershaw. What we'll do is in about 10 minutes we'll start doing a few speeches and stuff, so...
He should have informed us that his body camera was going as well.
Oh, was it going, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Mr. Mugridge. PC Mugridge.
That's it. I don't think anything's going to get by her today. That's it. She's going to go and give him hell now. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, they seem friendly enough, but you don't trust them one little bit.
100%.
Right? Not at all.
But at the end of the day, they're also going to protect their job, their backs. Because my sister's ex-police, and as much as she agrees, she said she can be a bit free speaking now. But she said I couldn't. It's just my job. She
Yep.
didn't want to know anything. But I can't get involved, and I can't compromise my situation by knowing
No.
anything that's ever.
Yeah.
Because it's a job.
Nothing up there.
It's the same. I'm on a job, but not. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
By being friendly to us, they think that you'll eventually,
But they
you'll
want
just
their
open
job.
up a little bit and you'll tell them maybe a little bit
Yeah.
more than you would do normally, and they're armed then
Talk about
with
general stuff,
info.
but don't say
Yeah.
anything that's.
I don't trust them one
No,
little
I
bit. I'm
agree.
always polite to them,
Yeah, I agree.
but I ain't saying nothing to them. I'll just and throw the key away.
Oh, no, I didn't know you did that. Sunday. Oh, you did that on a Sunday yourself.
So it's not the memorial then?
Last week, yeah. All I'm going to ask is to do around
Yeah,
the way.
no,
That's all. I'm not asking everything else.
I am aware of that incident. Did you call us?
I was a bit worried for her welfare. She was
what
stressed,
was the
worried.
incident
I didn't want to get in trouble for redirecting him in the right direction away from her or anything like that. But since then, I didn't like I haven't seen police car come through since.
Right.
You know, like that's all I'm asking. You know, like if they are free to walk around and go around these country roads, whether they're getting lost and they're trying to find their way back.
So what I'll say about visibility with policing, and you will think this sounds made up of corporate or some sort of spin that we have to deliver. It isn't. This is just my feelings about visibility with this time of year. If you don't see us, you don't see us. If you do see us, you're not inclined to tell too many people that you've seen
If you're
us.
going to make any speeches or anything, come and get a microphone off me. So you've got a microphone on. Yeah, no, so that I got two of these, so you've got one, and
Yeah, but I'm going to be speaking at
yeah,
this as well.
it'll be loud enough, and otherwise I just clip it to you, so that
I'm being honest here.
BP of it.
Yeah.
We'll be telling the same story.
That's exactly what they're doing. It's the usual cops blaming. That's exactly what they're doing.
In the village, middle of the daytime, but very, very rarely. You know, that's all I'm saying. Like,
It is a difficult thing to have that visibility all over the place.
all I'm saying is perhaps in the hours which these guys are perhaps out and about, perhaps do a few more local rounds on the more local back routes, because perhaps, I don't want to speculate, perhaps they're lost and they're trying to find their way back here and they, you know, but
what I would
it shouldn't
say,
be down to a 70-year-old lady having to run away from them, because
you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. What I would say about I talk about the ripple effect of visibility. So if you see us,
100%.
If you see us,
Hey, Sonny Cook, you're welcome, mate. I'm going to be there. You know, certainly 2-3 times a month.
yeah, like that's
And
Right, everybody, we're going live. We're going to have our lovely volunteers running this. So, yeah.
there's no
Please
when
share,
staff patrol,
please let
you guys done through to deter this. So the sergeant said, we're actively trying to deter like crime and doing vehicle theft and tool theft. I said, when was the last patrol you done through Epping? He said, it was 4 days ago.
Better numbers this week.
How are you actively trying to stop it when it was 4 days ago? You know, it's, I know you run the door,
And we're going to be doing regular ones in 2026, and we'll also be doing a march in 2026 from the police prison where Hardish Kabati was released.
you have that ripple effect.
We're going to march all the way
Your
down
reach,
Springfield
your
Road.
virtual reach is far greater than how many we may 5 people may see us drive through Finchfield, but if you tell 5 people, that's 25 people. If they tell that's 125 people, and it then
adaptation of social media, isn't it?
it deters so many people. If you've got countless people that are posting that I was in Finchfield,
I'm just going to walk away while I say this. Don't want them sort of overhearing, slyly overhearing the police says, but these gates here are not used. So yeah, they've only got the security in that building, in that little hut there, to just to keep an eye on the protesters not trying to make their way in here. But yeah, these gates are not used, apparently. Good morning, Elaine Fletcher. Welcome to the chat.
I shouldn't have to get a lift phone from you, and I said, no, I get that.
It's going to be streamed live. We've got a nice YouTube over here. Prisoners no longer need...
Accepted.
Prisoners no longer accepted, so he's come down Thursday and done our counter protest, and he's also come down today to support us, so we're really, really grateful on this. So, yeah, you see all of our lovely patriots here with the flags. So, yeah. Hold that now. I'm passing it over to Dad. Sorry, officer, did you need to chat to
I was just going to say, we'll leave you to it if you've got any issues.
Yeah.
There's no point us taking it.
Oh, Heidi's gonna. Oh, look. Do you know what? Everything I say, or anything you say, or certainly, I'm just coming up with jokes in my head. So Heidi's going to be on the buzz balls tonight. Oh dear. I've got some jokes in my head.
Or to get bail conditions, so I'm not allowed to come anywhere near RAF Wethersfield. I mean, I'll always go to the emergency exit otherwise. See you later, guys. Bye.
Much better set up today. So it's. I always think it's know that like the mouth of the gun
That sun is horrible.
Testing.
1, 2, 3.
We'll be doing some speeches shortly, so stay with us on the lives, share and raise awareness, because we are stopping the buses.
Watch yourselves, the car coming.
Okay. Are you coming back later?
Let's wait for Dave to turn up.
Not yet, not for ages, but if you want to
Before we start, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's actually drove down here today, because it's not exactly accessible, is it? You have to drive to the middle of nowhere. We have done some litter putting this morning as well, so we're doing some good stuff for the community.
My mouth's big enough, I don't need that.
What about the kids?
I got in trouble for that last time. What are your kids doing chanting? Setting up calls the wrong attention. No, you can't go in there because it's farmer's field and they're growing stuff. Should we take it? Yes, take a bit of music on.
Right, I'm back in the chat now, guys, just to have a little look.
Litter picking. Really? No, you're not, because people have had their mouths around it and touched it all.
I'm not sure about the back gates right at the moment. I'll ask the questions in a second.
No, yeah, I don't care, you're not touching the litter. I don't care.
I think with the amount of people that's here at the moment, might be sort of spreading ourselves a little bit too thin.
Hello.
Are there back gates to this place?
Yeah, so there's 3 entrances.
Okay.
So you've got gate 7, which is where the buses drive them in.
Okay.
And then there's an emergency exit. I think some of our team have been down there today to check it out. I personally haven't been there, so I've only been to the main gate, gate 7. We also brought down the other day the future mayoral candidate for reform, so he's also on our side now, so I brought him down on Monday.
Who's the mayoral candidate?
So it's Peter Harris.
Okay.
So and obviously we're not aligned to any party, by the way.
Yeah.
We're not affiliated with any party. We're not Reform, we're not UKIP assigned, so we are open to everything. And if you are a Lib Dem supporter or a Labour supporter but you support us, then you're also welcome. But Peter Harris wants to get behind this. He thinks what's going on is disgusting with the buses. He feels like this is not safe. He said this was built in 1943 to keep the UK safe, you know, to have this army barracks here. And now why are they... this is a secure unit, so they should be kept in.
Yeah.
Right, and there's lots of exits, so we've got people on gate 7, hence there's a dispersal order down there, and then we've got people on the emergency gate as well.
There's a dispersal order?
Yeah, there's a dispersal order. The reason there's a dispersal order is because if they want to move us on, they can arrest us.
Yeah.
But as you can see, the police came down. They know that we're good people.
Peaceful,
You know, he gets a little bit cocky. He said, why, you know, last week, and I said,
He seems a little bit arrogant.
He wants to. He said, why are you, why are you here again? Well, to give the women and children a day off. From what? Well, from these men wandering the streets. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Just very quickly, when they get dropped off into the centres, town centres, village centres, there's no obligation for them to have to get back on that bus, no? So they can just stay in those town centres and roam
They
free.
can stay missing for 7 days before
Wow,
it's reported.
man, you're joking me.
No, 7 days before it's reported.
Oh,
if they
my
don't come
days.
back, the first day it doesn't get reported. It's after 7 days, then they get reported.
We exposed the list.
We've had a list of missing, yeah.
Yeah, with TB as well. So when the ones
That's shocking.
No, mate.
That's...
Right, anyway, let's pay a little
They
bit of
haven't got to be reported missing for 7 days, man. Seriously, you just heard that. 7 days. Unbelievable. Right, I'll give them a bit of breathing space. Let them sort of all have a chat. I don't want to keep putting the cameras in their face, so we'll have a little walk around, let people have their chats and stuff. Yeah, guys, if you've got any questions that want to be asked, I won't keep interrupting them, but yeah, if you've got any questions, like of course the back gate one was obviously relevant. Hopefully that's answered your question with regards to the back gate. Car coming.
Yes, sir, back again.
Back again, back again, back again, back again.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I might do a little bit of muting, guys, just quickly, right? Because if they play music that could get me strikes, it's just easier if I just mute it. So anybody listening to this, if anybody does ask the question, why is it muted, if you could just simply say, so I don't get a strike for whatever song's playing at the moment. It really is like hard work going home and then editing to get rid of all the strikes and stuff.
Car coming.
There's a coming car. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a strike for this one. Incoming message. Here comes him, hey, him, or whatever it is. Hey ho. He's going to get a parking ticket if he goes any slower. Right, guys, listen. Any of you live anywhere near this place, right? Get down here and support it. If it's not today, I'll keep you updated. I'll be putting the posters on my community page. I'll be letting everybody know when these protests are going to be. So if you can come and support it, do it. I say the same whether I'm at Cheshunt, Epping, wherever I am. Just show some support, or just by being in the chat. Spread the love, people. Spread the love. Right, I've definitely got to go and cock my leg in a minute. Sorry, my friend? Yeah.
That's getting down. I think you can contain it where I go everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you live in Dover?
Oh no, I don't. I'm South East London. Yeah.
It's a big issue.
Is that how far you've come?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, that's no problem at all. Listen, I'll go wherever. If people are helping themselves, supporting themselves, I'll go there. If people can't be bothered, I can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. It's as simple as that.
When you go down, all the gaps are nearly about houses. Right. And my view is that are you going to see them up?
It's an area where they also voted for. And
that's my whole point. So you go down there. It's great. The community's coming together. But are they here? Are they there? Are they there? No, it's just in their own little bubble. I mean, I go to northern France every 3 weeks. Part of UKIP. Go over the country with UKIP, and we go anywhere. Of course. Yesterday I was at a child drag grooming thing that's fucking pure in London.
Right, okay.
Monday I'm down in Portsmouth because they're paying all the refunds.
Would you mind saying this for the camera? No, cool, mum. Happy days. So if you want to introduce yourself, that's the microphone, by the way. So you can hold it, do what you like with it.
Very much.
Yeah, cool. There you go. So your name, sir?
Dave.
Dave. Lovely to meet you, Dave.
All right.
Jason. I'm Jason. So are you like an active member of UKIP? Yeah.
Yeah, we basically go everywhere where UKIP go.
Okay.
Do the security for Nick. But the other thing is we do a lot for Turning Point.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm where like Nick Tenconi. I've been like quite a few places.
Yeah, he's
where
one
he's
of the
done
best.
his
Nick. I
speeches.
mean, he's quite proud to stand up.
Certainly passionate.
Yeah, he's passionate. And Jack at Turning Point. Yesterday was at stopping the drag queens for children yesterday, which is, you know, Antifa turned out, but they were quite embarrassed.
Testing.
Yeah.
Good
I think the Honour Oak was one, you might remember the Honour Oak, that went on for a while.
Thank
we
you
got
all
the pub
again
shut
for
down
coming.
now. You've just got to keep going, and I just think
We are 61 days old as a
kind
page.
of have an issue
And
with
how do we come
how
together?
do we stop it?
Yeah.
Because you can all
Holly
go and
was running
campaign, you can
Braintree,
campaign.
and I wanted to do
hope
something
to God
in
this don't
Chelmsford,
go
so
ahead,
I
but they're
reached out
already
and
in.
said, come
They
and
can
help
move
me.
them elsewhere.
And then we set up a
I've been
page.
to Northern France on
And
numerous
the page
occasions
was
the last 3 months.
set
And you
up
see them waiting to come over it.
to
They're
do a
actively
protest
coming
in
here. They're paying
Chelmsford.
£2,000 by
Anyway,
lorry.
some videos went
200
viral
euros by
because
boat. You aren't
Hardy
going to stop it.
Shabati
Last week,
got let
Labour
out
said there
into
were
our
7
town centre of
boats.
Chelmsford.
There was 12 coming to
And a very scared woman sent
I
it
don't
to
mean to
me,
interrupt you.
saying, do you think this is him? Has he been
I
let
just
out early?
want to listen
So I went
to
home
what Emma's
and
saying.
I
I'd like to come
looked at
back to
the
you.
man, put it on the laptop, and I sent it to Teddy and Holly, and I said, do you think it's him? I said, well, that's a prisoner release outfit. So Holly rang the police, I put it out, and within minutes, every single newspaper was ringing me up, wanting to speak to us, and the page then just obviously blew up.
That was at the time.
We then was sharing videos of the buses, and the reels were getting hundreds of thousands of views, and then people started coming forward and wanted to tell us stories because they wanted to get the story out anonymously. So one Saturday evening, I sat on the phone talking to a man that used to work here, and he told me many stories about this place. Some things that I wouldn't even be able to tell you. But the main thing was the sexual assault on a cleaner that we've released. And that is just disgusting that this is going on inside this place. We also released partying, disco lights. Braintree Council have given them balloons for Ramadan and paid for it. So whilst we're not allowed to call Christmas anymore, we have to call it Winter Jumper Day, and we have to call it Winter Tree. These lot inside get a Ramadan balloon arch. They also get fed 3 times a day. They get money on a card. They smash the vans up, and as we know, we have Foster Hartley Limited, the very corrupt company that is bussing this lot in and out of our town centres on a daily basis. So, Braintree, Chelmsford, Colchester, 7 days a week, 10 a.m. in the morning till 7 p.m. at night. Now, I don't think this is okay, and I don't think any of you do. That's why you're here today. So women are getting followed, children are getting followed, men are getting followed. Shops are getting theft, and we don't agree with it, do we? No. It's disgusting. You know, independent businesses are not able to claim this money back, so it's not fair. And also, they are following girls on their social medias. So we are having trouble at the moment with the locations. They've turned their locations off, so we aren't able to follow them at the moment. But some of the stuff that we have uncovered on social medias, one guy was based in here. He has an Instagram following of 12,000 following him on his Instagram. He was based inside Wethersfield, and he decided to take himself to Brighton Beach for the day. Whilst he was at Brighton Beach, there was then filming girls on the beach, zooming in on them, and they said, "Why are you zooming in on me?" And he turned around and said, "You should be grateful, you're now going to be famous." We had to translate that from Persian to English, and it's absolutely disgusting. These guys are advertising back to their home countries to advertise to get you over here, them over here. So, what else have we released? They have an on-site doctor's surgery. Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. Check it out, it's on the page. The company is run by an Asian Muslim, and he's making a lot of money. Check out Foster Hartley as well. They liquidated their company in 2019, and then in 2022, they decided to start it back up. Now, originally there was a company called AIK that was doing the transporting, and one of the corrupt people from Clear Springs took a backhander, give his mate the job, and now Foster Hartley Limited have won it. So these guys are turning over millions, and they have just won the contract for Crowborough. So I've been down to Crowborough for the last 3 weeks, and these lot have been marching through their town centres because they had their cadets moved out of their army barracks, so the young people of tomorrow can no longer train and be cadets and come together as children, because they are now going to be housing 600 migrants in there. So if you ever want a good day out, I would suggest you go down to Crowborough, because it is amazing to see the community coming together. However, because I was able to feed this information, I've been down there for 3 weeks, and I've done little speeches and I've let them know what's been going on. This week was interesting though. So last Saturday, we got told we might get arrested if we put it in Chelmsford. So to be honest with you, I bottled it and I said I'm not doing it. And a day before, one of the lovely ladies in the crowd, I won't mention any names, she knows who she is, said to me, "Emma, you have to do this." So I said, okay, but I'm a bit scared. Let's call on a flash protest. So last Saturday we put on our first flash protest down here, and we stopped the buses. Right? And I had so many messages afterwards. I was so overwhelmed. I literally had to sit there all day replying to people. Women messaged me, "Thank you so much, Emma. Thank you so much to you and your team for what you're doing." Basically, I just left work and I went to Braintree to get the bus, and there was no men there, and I felt safe. We had messages from women, "Oh, I went shopping today. I didn't have to look over my shoulder. My 86-year-old mum was so happy. She felt safe." And I'm not saying that, by stopping these buses, we are completely, removing crime from the streets, because we're not. But we are removing some of the problem. So we have women reach out to us and say, "Well, white men rape and white men do this." And I said, "Well, okay, if we didn't have all these extra problems, then we could focus on that. But at the moment, we have to focus on the additional problems." So, I did a speech on Thursday outside the Civic Centre, and we had the crazy loonies, right? Chelmsford against racism and Colchester against racism. And to be fair, I'm not a racist person, right? And I would go and stand with them if they were actually going and doing something that was anti-racist. But Nigel Farage coming to Chelmsford to do a GB News special is hardly a racist thing. So there was about 40 of them jumping up and down outside the Civic Centre like absolute nut jobs. So I did a couple of speeches. One of the speeches I said, "Please don't let Chelmsford, Braintree or Colchester turn into Leamington Spa, where a 15-year-old girl was brutally raped." And when I said that, someone said it wasn't a brutal rape. Oh, it was. She was 15 years old and she was dragged into a bush by 2 Afghanistan men that had just got off a dinghy. She had her innocence taken away from her, and that is not okay. She was a virgin, she's no longer a virgin, and she will never, ever, ever forget this for the rest of her life. So, We have 1,200 of these men in here, and we don't know who they are. We understand there's Kurdish gangs, there's drug dealing going on. It's absolutely disgusting. We don't know who these people are. We did get told by a previous worker that they wrote on the wall, I am here to fuck all the white Christian women.
Oh, man.
And they had to go and paint it over. They are covering so much up from us. Do you know that? They're covering so much up.
I'm so glad that she's just being brutally honest.
This place is just so corrupt. The business, the corrupt contracts that's going on. The fruit alone costs £900 a day. This place could house veterans. And when I asked outside the Civic Centre, when I was doing that speech about the girl getting raped, do you know what they started jumping up and down saying? They was jumping up and down like absolute nutcases. Sorry, I haven't taken my ADHD pills this morning, so my brain's going, da-da. They was jumping up and down saying, whose streets? Our streets. Who's Essex? Our Essex. But I said, no, sorry, you're sharing it with economic migrants, and you're saying you want open borders. So, I mean, please watch some of the videos back, because they actually need sectioning, I think, these people. Like how you could stick up for this, I just don't know. So,
100% local.
But this week, on Wednesday, we've been in, so it's not only Braintree, Colchester and Chelmsford that they're getting bussed into, they're now getting shipped into Witham. So Witham, you know, it could be a stop, but we do know that they're going into the health centre, dental centre. So we got a tip off, we called them up. My granddad is a patient there, and I walked in, I was filming them, and I said, excuse me, the dentist here? And he said, yeah. I said, right, there's 12 economic migrants in here. Why have you not closed this down? They have suspected TB. And he said, you can't film in here. And he grabbed the phone out of my hand and he assaulted me on my hand. And that actually quite hurt afterwards, but to be fair, it was worth the pain, because that video has gone viral now. So people in Witham are not able to get a dentist appointment. They're having their teeth, they're having to pull their own teeth out, they're having to put Ambisol in their mouth, they're having to treat themselves because they can't get an NHS appointment. But on Wednesdays and Thursdays, it's okay, because the bus drivers from Foster Hartley drop this lot into Witham, and they go and have a little dentist appointment. So, yeah. Holly will also be telling us a little bit about what else we've uncovered this week.
What is racism?
We've had suspicions around what's been going on inside the Salvation Army for Care for Cali for a while. We thought they was only just giving them clothes, but no. We got inside there this week, and we're going to carry on doing it. So we do need some help with some body cam. If anyone can donate some body cameras to us, because we're self-funding. We did raise some money for this speaker, so thank you to everyone that donated. But we are, you know, I'm on the phone 10 hours a day, and I'm trying to do a full-time job.
I want him
knackered.
to justify
when the alarm went off
his
this morning
comment,
at 7
first
o'clock,
of
I
all.
thought, why is my
I want to
alarm
hear
going
what
off?
he's
And I
got to say.
jumped out of bed because I was so excited for today, because it looks like there's no movement at the moment, so we're hoping that the buses have stopped again. So, yeah. Well,
he won't try and justify
we hope not,
because he knows he'll get booted off.
We just went round here, nothing coming out.
No, I don't think they're running today. So let's hope not. But yeah. So did you want to say a few words, Holly?
Yeah. See what
Thank you, everybody. We'll play some music, and if anyone wants to do chants and stuff, I probably won't hog the mic too much today because I've been speaking too much recently.
We have been warned.
Yeah.
Come on, London man.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. It's been a while since I've been out, so it's nice to be back. Thursday we decided to take a little walk through town. Day off, having a nice little drink, chilling out, to notice that there was an immense amount of men, the most I've ever seen in the town, in any of the towns, all put together, to be fair. We decided to follow them to figure out that they were going into the Salvation Army. I walked up the little stretch of the private land to get up there. Got the video that I wanted, but then obviously there was somebody else that I was with that decided to walk straight into the building, did a really good job, and got what a really good video of all of them after their 3 meals a day that they're getting given. They decided to put on some sort of party for the migrants. There was an open buffet to which we were offered curries ourselves. There was tinsels, there were lights, everyone had Christmas jumpers on. So yeah, it's not just the free meals a day. The Salvation Army are asking everyone for money, £19 a head this Christmas, to feed our homeless. We then also made a point of stating that somebody was homeless to this guy that refused us in. Apparently because we weren't homeless, we then stated that
you really
somebody
don't have a lot to say, do you, London man?
Was homeless.
Apart from crap.
The reply that they got, they weren't feeding him, they were feeding the migrants. That these people had to leave, the homeless had to leave and come back to his shelter group next Tuesday. So, yes, apparently, yes, we're supposed to be booking in for a Christmas Day meal. How can a homeless man book in online on a Christmas Day meal if you've got no home? So, but they're letting these people in willingly, and there was at least 100, probably 150 to 200 going in and out as they pleased.
London man,
we then
don't
went
have
home
any more free comments,
after we got the videos of that inside. Come out again later to go out for dinner. So then walk past the bus station, and there was probably about another 30 of them. I put my camera in front of me, didn't make it obvious, didn't put the phone up, just held it on my arms like this to be screamed at that I'm a stupid bitch. Their fingers were stuck up in my face for about a couple of minutes, screaming horrifically that I was a bitch. So it must have been about 30 times it was screamed at me. The video will be released for that one later. But the Salvation Army, we all need to boycott now. You know, we aren't donating to our veterans. We're not donating to our homeless. We are donating to migrants to feed them when they don't need it, when they're already being fed 3 times a day. We are providing more meals for them. It's not for us and it's not for our homeless, and it has to stop. We need to stop donations to the Salvation Army.
Donations, can I ask that we do it to this one?
Right, any donations needs to go to blesma.org, blesma.org.
If you're cancelling donations, please swap to this. So they are looking after veterans with limbless, and they're also looking after the wives if they've passed away. It's really, really important. If you're going to cancel any charity donations to these big corporate ones, please go to blesma.org and change that money and send it to them as well, because they are an amazing charity. I met them on Thursday. They are absolutely amazing, and that's exactly what I would suggest.
The government should be doing that.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, they should be, yeah, but they don't want to help. They don't, so it's down to us.
Fucking looking after this lot.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for coming anyway. That's all I've got to say, but thanks a lot.
Well said.
Wait for the next video.
Heidi, you said that at the exact same time.
Does anyone else want to say anything? Anyone want to speak? Daniel? No. George, you just say me.
You want to say anything, mate?
Yes. No, I wouldn't trust him, no.
You get a knock at the door
That
at
was
2 o'clock
amazing,
in the
Holly.
morning.
Well done. So, yeah, I think we'll just do some chants, play some Christmas music. Doesn't look like there's much movement going on, so
the buses
I'll
are
find
just
out
random.
the buses have left later, because we'll know, because there'll be none in Chelmsford, Braintree and Colchester.
There you go.
But if anyone wants to go down to the dental centre on a Wednesday and a Thursday and see it for yourself, go and give them bad reviews, expose them. The video is going viral now, so
I'm going to do a video down there.
yeah. So Wednesdays and Thursdays. Obviously, next week is Christmas and Boxing Day. Hopefully, they are not getting shipped into there on them days. But I have found out that the bus workers are working Christmas Day, so that means they're on call to take them to A&E. Because at a weekend, because the health service is not working on the weekend, if they've got a sore hand or a stomach ache, they get shipped into the Springfield Hospital, private hospital. They get taken to Broomfield.
If they miss the bus coming back, how do they get back?
Oh, so we have staff. They have staff working till 11 p.m, so they can call them, or they get a taxi paid for.
There you go. That answers
They get a
your
taxi
question.
paid for.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, there was a taxi picking a couple of them up last week. So what these guys do, right, is they go on hunger strike and they say they've got stomach aches. They get taken to hospital and then they go out drinking in Chelmsford. We did release a video of a guy, paralytic drunk, inside the building and outside the building saying, "Take me to Chelmsford. Take me to Chelmsford. I want to go to Chelmsford." mean, accent's terrible, but I mean, that is just disgusting. He is paralytic drunk, demanding to go to Chelmsford. So, yeah, we don't want these men in our town centres. It's not safe. We videoed a couple this week. Designer jackets. How much is a Montclair coat?
Oh, a lot of money.
Geezer had an £800 coat on. Montclair. Also, what else did they have on? I can't remember the designer name, but the shoes.
An orange one, 300 quid.
The shoes that he had on, we took a photo. Someone sent it to us. £700 shoes. And then when women say to us they are poor refugees and that we should not be racist, and they get all their donations from charity shops. Well, one, these donations should be going to our homeless and our underprivileged people and our people that can't work. These clothes should not be going to these people. But secondly, these designer clothes are not coming from charity shops. Because when I said, well, how come they've got a 700? Oh, well, you get good stuff donated to charity shops. Right, so you've given it to him rather than sold it. So that money would be better off going to the charity, right? So I just can't get my head around it, how people actually generally think that when they're getting dropped off into the town centre it's okay. But they know the government website actually tells us that they are here to volunteer. Right? They're not here to volunteer, are they? So on the 30th of December, it's actually my birthday. And I'm following them on the 30th of December. So if anyone wants to come to Chelmsford in the morning, from about 10:30 onwards, I'm following them and I'm going to find out where they're going. Because there's a theft ring going on in Chelmsford at the moment. They are thieving and they're taking them into a Turkish barber's. And I understand they've been buying drugs on the streets. And we want to know where their drugs are coming from and how they are getting them back into the base. Because we have released videos of them smoking cannabis openly and drinking. And they also have this Kurdish gang tattoo on their hand that it means they've been in prison. So if they've been in prison and they're a Kurdish gang leader, is this okay? We've also heard that they, before it got strict on the gate, the bus drivers let us know that we've been speaking to, that they were sneaking in rent boys.
Oh, gee.
They were sneaking in rent boys. And they say there's about 5% actual genuine refugees in here and they're getting bullied. There's a couple of Vietnamese guys in here actually, which I find weird because Vietnamese is not a war, they're not fleeing war.
Yep.
I don't know why they are here. They could come the legal route, could come and work in a nail shop, etc. But they are in here and they're getting bullied. And they're getting made to be the sissy boy. So the big man, he makes them the sissy boy. And these men are not big men. They're bullies, they're gang members, and they're just waiting to say, let's go. There's 1,200 of them in there now. And they protested, right? They protested against not having internet in their room. And not getting processed through the system within 4 months. So we caught that on their social media. Thank you very much again. And released that out. This is not okay. So this is why we're allowed to protest outside to stop them coming out, because we don't want them out on our streets, do we?
No.
So what I'm asking you to do is, New Year's Eve is such an important day. It's my birthday on the 30th and it's Holly's birthday on the 2nd or the 3rd. Right. And happy birthday tomorrow, Steve. So, 30th of December, we're out on the streets. We're going to uncover where they're going and what they're doing. And the 31st, we are back down here because we don't want these men being dropped off into Chelmsford, into Braintree, into Colchester. We have young, vulnerable girls. They've just turned 18. They have a couple of drinks in the day. They go and get their nails done. They go and get their hair done. They're excited. It's the first time they've ever been out to go out on New Year's Eve. I remember the first time I was legal to go out on New Year's Eve. It's exciting. You're able to go into the pub for the first time. You've got your ID. You haven't had to borrow someone's ID. It's exciting. And then all of a sudden, you've got a couple of economic migrants. They take a fancy to you. They think, I'm going to miss the bus home. I'm going to follow these girls around. Well, I'm stopping that. We're stopping that. So we're back down here on New Year's Eve. And then we are going to put regular slots on. So we'll be announcing the date shortly. and we're going to be doing a massive, massive march in March. So I want all your support. We need banners.
So this guy's still picking up bloody rubbish.
Any drummers out there that are willing to come and drum for us in the front? We need that. We're going to need megaphones, but we're also going to need volunteers that will wear the high vis and be able to keep everything together, because
I'll put a mankini on.
I'm up for that, mate. Right, I'll get the date booked in to see that. I'll set up a crowdfund for you. So yeah, anyway, let's play some tunes and let's have some fun. And it looks like there's been no movement in there, so I've got a feeling that they are staying in for the day. What a shame, because the weather's beautiful. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Out today, following little girls around in town centres, congregating in bus stations, causing rubbish, theft, filming girls, sending it back to their mates back at home, saying, oh, look how great it is. Mobile phones, they get a mobile phone. What else do they get? They just get so much stuff. And then they get money on a card. So if you think what the average family gets, after you pay tax, you pay your mortgage, you pay your council tax, you pay your water bill, you don't pay your TV licence. And I think actually we need to stop paying our council tax. But
stop doing that
you pay all your bills out, and then you go and do your food shop, and then the kids need feeding, got to buy school uniforms. You think, oh, I've only got 50 quid left for the week. Right, I ain't got much money and I want to get the kids some presents. This lot, they don't have to pay for nothing. They don't pay for dentist appointments, they don't pay for doctors, they don't pay for food, they have cleaners on site, they don't even have to clean. They have ground workers going in there. So why have they got all this for free and then they get given a certain amount on a card and shipped into the town centres? I mean, the elderly should be getting these buses, taking them. Hello mate, you here for us or are you going inside to do a bit of work? Here with us or are you working inside there? Oh yes, we've got some more patriots turning up, lovely. Well done guys, well done, welcome. It's what we like to see. Doesn't matter if you're late, you all come here for the same reason. And that is amazing. So, yeah, 31st, spread the word. We need numbers, okay? This is a small amount still, but I'm proud of you all for coming. This is not easy to get to, by the way. And we need numbers on New Year's Eve, and we need numbers regular in 2026, because we need to give people a day off from this. 7 days a week till 7 p.m. at night is not okay. And I actually asked Marie Goldman, my MP, will you work with the Home Office to reduce the timetables? She hasn't responded. I sent her all the information of all the stuff we found, by the way, and we have found a lot. I mean, I haven't announced it all today, but if anyone wants to know every single thing we found, I've got it in an email, I'll share it. I'm not sharing it online at the moment because there is a couple of interviews coming up. We are exposing this lot for what they are. Big interviews coming up, so I can't release everything. But PC Inspector Holmes, Emily, who has been a police officer in Chelmsford for 20 years, I had a meeting with her. I said, will you work with the Home Office to reduce the timetables? She said, yes, I will. I said, okay, thank you. And I said, why did you cover it up on the day that Hardouche Kabati was released into our town centres? If it wasn't for us releasing the videos, he'd have just gone missing and no one would have known. Because when I went home and searched, is he released there, nothing come up, and within seconds of me putting it out, it was all over there, he's been released by accident. I was like, shit, I thought he'd just been released early. So I had a meeting with her. She won't work with the Home Office. I stood up in the council and I said, why is Marie Goldman, the MP of Chelmsford, just in case anyone doesn't know who she is, asking in Parliament for extra funding? And why won't you work with the Home Office to reduce the buses? Councillor Stephen Robinson, the most wokest councillor you could ever get in your life, come back with an answer that wasn't an answer to my question. And he said something about purple flag status and women and children safety charter. Well, the woman that actually did the training reached out to me yesterday, personally on my page, and she said, I'm the woman that's done the charter. She also was the same woman that had a group called Karen Wybrow Feminist Group, right? So if this woman is a feminist, how can she be training the council on how to keep women and children safe? When I started up my group in Chelmsford, I set up a women and safety group, and the reason I've done it is because the community groups in Chelmsford, right, they actually, if you put in there, I've been followed by a suspected economic migrant, they will kick you out and block you. They delete it, they cover it up. Women are getting followed in car parks every single day. They're getting followed around Chelmsford. So I set up a little group, I think it's about 600 people in there, but women can come in and men can come in and say, I got followed today, and then people go, that's all right. Like one woman said, oh, a man come past me on a scooter in this community group really fast, and people was going, oh, well, what's wrong with that? No, come into my group and tell people that, and they'll be supportive of you. So, I've lost my train of thought now, my brain's going, I might need to take a little break. But yeah, that's why we need, you know, safety groups set up, we need patrol groups set up, and we need eyes and ears on the ground, we need some body cams. And yeah, I'm going to take a break because my brain's gone frazzled.
Can't remember what I was going to say then.
Well said. Well done. Well done. They just to let you know, they ended up cutting that padlock off the gate last night. They had no choice.
Is that an Epping?
Cheshunt.
Oh.
You've got to remember, the police don't allow you to report 90% of crimes by these. We know that fact.
Yeah.
We know there was 5 sexual assaults in Chelmsford last year that no one heard anything of. They're very good at covering up what they need to cover.
Yeah.
And then we will only hear what fits the narrative.
Yeah, Emma's finding out about that now.
Yeah.
It's what fits the narrative.
Yep.
Because and that's, I mean, the thing that gets me though is that illegal entry into the UK is a 14-year prison sentence. Right? And I mean, some of my pals have been in like open prisons. And
you know, you go on holiday, right, a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Wherever it is, Turkey, Tunisia, wherever you go on holiday, Spain, you lose your passport, you're stuffed. You're not getting back in. You're not getting back in.
I mean, the main thing we found out was that they haven't got to come back here. They're free not to come back here, and as my mate said who's been in open nicks, he said if I don't go back to my open nick, I've got like 20 old buildings to have.
Yep.
How is it allowed to happen? But it shouldn't have took Emma to do this. This is where your government ministers should be doing, and they're just, I think.
No, what our governments do is what's that saying? They bolt the stable door after the horse is bolted or whatever. Yeah. That's what they do, and even then it's half-hearted. Do you know what I mean? They're still not galloping.
Well, like you say that from the Crowbar, I don't have the greatest of pity for them. I mean, because it's happening everywhere in the UK, they voted them in. And that's my whole point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say to them. They voted them in.
Yeah.
And we parked up round there, and like the gaffs were 1.5 million gaffs, so they were like just fucking on another level. And I'm thinking like, well, that's what you and other people do dirty work. Not on my doorstep.
Yeah.
And what's happening now is, by pushing them out further, they're having to go into these areas that aren't required. But I just realised how big this place is.
I'll tell you what, till Emma told me today, it was 1,200 people plus.
Well, I got lost coming
I thought we're talking a couple of hundred.
So would I.
Yeah.
I got lost coming out. I asked Emma to send me the pin, and she dropped it, and I was like, fucking size this place. I can't see them stopping.
Yep.
I can't see them stopping.
Stop ringing me.
I mean, they're just queuing up in France. They are just queuing. Don't get me wrong, there's some good people. Some of the people we spoke to in France were genuine.
I used to work over in France, Germany, even Prague. These places, like I do maybe 2 days in each country per month for my job, and we're talking 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago it was happening then, but it was like, so we go into this thing that happened to the world called lockdown, and all of a sudden we come out of lockdown, it's like, what? Just can't believe
You've
what's
seen
happened.
these two grifting out, Danny Tomo and
Yeah.
It's total grift. They got £200,000.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you know much about it. Ryan's up for £40 million fraud. playing?
No, I don't.
Danny Tomo, he's a great one, the Rotherham girls, beat his wife up, served time. He's always been like. Hang on, let's get my door. Charles, can I be back in 5 minutes? All right. Yeah, all good. This is just we went out there last week. I think it's changing.
I'm going to take you for a little walk in a minute, people. We're going to go have a little walk up the end. And I've got to go and shake hands with the head of the family as well.
Just fine, give me 1 minute.
Yeah, go on, go on. I'll just let you know what's happening. We're at Wethersfield RAF base.
Hold on. CSD, we raised 650 quid for the kids' hospital in London.
Okay, what hospital is that?
That's the St Thomas's.
St Thomas's, that's
Children's Hospital. And what we do there, we just put it on the football cards.
Yeah.
4 of us lads who go to France and everything. But if you look at that Ryan's actually wanted in Spain for 40 million profit.
We are asking if you are changing your donations because you are no longer donating to the Salvation Army, and if you ever donate to Care for Calais, then you're not welcome here. But if you are changing your donations because you're sick and tired of the Salvation Army, we are asking you to change your donations to a company called blesma.org, and the reason why is they look after veterans, limbless veterans that have fought for us, and they look after them, and they look after their wives as well. So anyone that is changing donations, please change to Blesma. And thank you for everyone that has come down today. We're lucky with the weather, we're getting more numbers now. Like we say, next one is New Year's Eve, and I'm going to repeat myself now. The reason we are doing New Year's Eve, we have girls that have just turned 18, they get excited. They're out on the town centres, they've never had a New Year's Eve before because they've been 18. They have a couple of drinks, they're getting their hair done, they're getting their nails done, they're walking up and down the street all beautiful, they've got their hair in rollers, and these men
are there and they don't have to get the bus home. So they can skip the bus home and they say, oh, I quite fancy that little blondie, I think I'm going to stay out for the night. So we're stopping that. Okay, we're not going to stop all criminality on the streets that day, but we're going to reduce it. And wow, we got much bigger numbers this week, and we're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. New Year's Eve, please spread the message. We need numbers down in New Year's Eve. We need numbers. We need to stop these buses. We're not leaving all day. And it is our birthday. It is mine and Holly's birthday either side, so we're doing a birthday protest. And honestly, people say, what are you doing for your birthday? I'm like, I'm going out hunting on my actual birthday. I'm going to follow them and I'm going to video them on live, and then on New Year's Eve we're all coming back here from 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're staying as long as we can. So if we have to rotate shifts, we will, right? And we're going to come down here New Year's Eve, and we are not letting them leave, because if they leave they will be out following girls around and they don't have to come back, so they are not leaving. All right, so just keep spreading the word, keep sharing all the videos. Like for the new people that have just turned up, what we've released this week, the dentist in Witham, that's not okay. They are getting dental appointments over the people of Witham, right? The residents of Witham that are tax-paying people that cannot get an NHS appointment. They're in on the waiting list for 18 months. It's not okay. And then the Salvation Army, Care for Calais. We got in there this week. Not me personally, because I'm a girl, so I couldn't get in there. But one of our lovely team members. I think he wants to remain a little bit anonymous, but he's an absolute legend. He risked himself walking in, videoed it, went live on TikTok, and they are just handing out food to everyone. And they get fed in here anyway, so why do they need to be shipped into Braintree town centre to be fed again when we could be feeding our homeless? I called out this on Thursday and I said, will the Salvation Army in Braintree loan me your venue? They haven't come back to me yet. They are following me on TikTok now. Will you loan me your venue, and will you let me feed the homeless and the veterans? So if they do give me a date, I need you all to come together. We need to get food. We need to get, donations, and we need to feed these people, because the only day they are offering to the homeless at the moment is Christmas Day, and the only way they can book in is online. They don't have free buses bringing them down, so will Foster Hartley go and pick up all the homeless people on Christmas Day and drop the homeless off? Sounds lovely down there, but whether or not they can get booked in or not is a different matter. So if you know anyone homeless, let them know they can go to the Salvation Army on Christmas Day, but they might want to sanitise it first, because we do know these men have suspected TB. Hello, thanks for coming back. Would you like to do a speech? Because I loved your speech online. Hi, Dave. Would you like to do I saw your speech online. Would you like to do a little speech?
Oh, just do a short one.
Just a short one. I'd love to hear from you, because I saw it on, I met you last week. I saw it on TikTok. It's very good.
Good man.
Is that all right?
Good man.
Sorry to put you under pressure, but it's good to hear from someone that's local. So this guy, would you like me to introduce your name?
Oh, you can see whatever you like.
This is Dave, and he spoke at another protest, and I saw it on TikTok a couple of days ago. So we're going to pass the mic to Dave, not to put him under pressure or, but it's always good just to, off the cuff, do a little speech about what's been going on.
Well, I think, first of all, I just want to thank everybody for coming up here in the middle of nowhere and supporting the campaign in terms of doing something about this ridiculous situation that we find ourselves in. One of the biggest issues I've got is the organisation called Clear Springs that actually run the place. Graham King, the chief exec, was worth a fair bit of money before they got a contract for running almost all the asylum centres, hotels, houses of multiple occupation, without any kind of competitive tender from the Tory government about 4 years ago. His personal wealth has gone up from about £700 million to over £1 billion. He is the asylum billionaire, and it's all our money. And, I think one of the important things, I heard this talk about homeless people. Well, Clear Springs don't help. What happens is Clear Springs go in and actually they bid for property so that local authorities and various housing charities cannot get accommodation. For ordinary Essex folk, people who've got a long tradition, have got contacts in the county, they've got that much money, they just buy the contracts, they get the houses of multiple occupation. That's just one thing. The other thing I think is quite interesting is they love to screw the money down so that all the money goes to the head ones, as I was saying in my Scottish parlance. The security staff a couple of weeks ago, a lot of them walked out simply because they were going to come under Clear Springs and their salary and the conditions was all going to drop down. So they're basically screwing everybody that they can, and the big people that they are screwing the most is us. Yep. Epping. That's Clear Springs. That's been Clear Springs coordinated. It's not their property, but they've been working to keep the place open. Places like the Colchester, the councillor says, "Oh, we don't have any asylum hotels in Colchester." No, but what you have is houses of multiple occupation that they've got hold of, driving up the local homeless. And then as for Graham King himself, he's living up abroad with his young girlfriend now that he's got. I think he's probably been attracted more by his money than his looks, or his attitude, to be honest with you. But I think the key thing is, it's great to see so many folk up here. I presume the buses haven't been running, have they?
No, we don't think so.
No. That's really good, because that's the start of direct action having a direct impact on them trying to run this place smoothly. Now, the thing is, we can't expect us to do this every week, but in such large numbers. But if we plan it right, Holly, I've suggested to you, we do it so there's enough so the police tell Clear Springs don't run the buses. We've got to be tactical. We've got to focus our resources and our time, particularly this time of year, because it's a really pleasant place to be standing on a sunny day like this, but it's not so great later on. And like I say, I think the key thing for me is, I just want to thank every one of you individually for coming and supporting us. Thing though, I'll be honest with you, fine, stop the buses, that starts to make it uncomfortable. But, I've changed my opinion. I am not pissed off, however you want to describe it, with the fact that everything's still ticking along. As far as I'm concerned, buses, what a nonsense. With President Trump let all these illegal immigrants wander around, donder around, threatening, assaulting some women, assaulting girls, etc. No, what does he do? Locks them up. I think it's reaching the point now. Lock them up. Yeah, let's not beat about the bush. Lock them up. We don't know enough about them. Manston still isn't screening them properly. We had just about a year and a half ago, where somebody had set up a group on Telegram. He didn't supply the goods from here, but other people were supplying guns, drugs, fake passports and all that. I tried to get it published in mainstream media. None of them would touch it. Not even GB News, which was a bit disappointing. But, the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of things going on, and I say, I've had enough. Enough of this stuff. Lock them up. Yeah, there may be a few genuine folk, but let's keep them behind barbed wire, behind high fences, until they're either deported or the ones who are true asylum seekers are passed on. But there's far too many who in reality ain't true asylum seekers. Even the government figures, Home Office figures, show on the first assessment of them, at least 40% of them aren't true asylum seekers. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, I'm a lefty. I hear and see a lot of comments on the web about these bloody lefties. Yeah, I am of the same opinion as some of these bloody lefties. They're a total waste of space. They're not realistic. I like to think I'm a sensible lefty. So just remember that when you see a post that complains about all the lefties, not all of us are like that.
Yeah, we're not far right either.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can I take a picture of you, because you must be the only sensible lefty that gets better.
Listen, it's actually quite surprising how many are now beginning to realise this is just totally ridiculous. It's shambolic. And believe you me, do you think Joseph Stalin would let these things happen? No, he'd have them locked up. He'd probably have them on a starvation diet. Anyway, I'm sorry I was late. I'm not keeping very well, so I won't be hanging around a lot. But I want to come up and say thank you for anybody who's supporting any kind of campaign against what's going on. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Dave, for coming down and doing that speech. That was inspirational, very inspirational. We're hearing from the locals of what they've been going through as well. So not only are Chelmsford, Colchester, Braintree and now Witham affected, you know, they're allowed to just wander into these towns. You know, we also released them breaking into houses. You know, breaking into houses, private lands. There is condoms in the fields and lube. So we know that there's no women around here, so we do know what they're up to. This is not okay. There's children around. There's bottles. Look how much rubbish we have picked up today. Braintree Council came down here this week and picked up all the rubbish, and we have just together in a little half an hour picked up 4 bags of rubbish again. So from a couple of days ago, we have picked up more rubbish. We've just got some new arrivals from Crowborough. Thank you so much for joining us. You're okay. So these people are from Crowborough and they are running Crowborough Patrol. Thank you so much. So these people are amazing. They have a group set up in Crowborough called Crowborough Patrol. I've donated to them and they are a group of people that are protecting their streets. The press have said they are vigilantes. I mean, do you really think this beautiful lady here is a vigilante? They actually took photos of different people to advertise them as vigilantes online. GB News and Talk TV did do real stories on them, and it was BBC and a few others that didn't. But as we know, Crowborough is about to house 600 unvetted men, so half the amount of Wethersfield. But the cadets have been moved out. So where are these cadets going to train? Another concerning thing is in Tunbridge Wells, there's another army barracks, and will they take that over next? That is my concern as well. I've spoke the last 3 weeks at Crowborough. I've been letting them know a lot of stuff. So Foster Hartley have won the contract. Like I say, go and check them out. They're being sued at the moment for £3.8 million because of the dodgy contracts. We understand one of the buses went to Crowborough yesterday, so we have found this information out. So we must get drones over Crowborough Camp now and find if they can see a bus.
Car coming.
We think that they're going to start bringing them over gently. Start bringing them over like one by one, so the town centre. These guys are going out in their thousands every weekend in the pouring down rain. And it's absolutely amazing. So we need to start coming together as a community and spreading the word. Like I say, New Year's Eve is so important. We can't let these guys go into our town centres on New Year's Eve. We just cannot do it. These guys are getting drunk and they are staying out and skipping the buses home. And then they ring the taxi service and they just get a taxi back. If they want to come back, that is. So we're not letting them out on New Year's Eve. And we're starting a regular protest, so we'll be down there probably bi-weekly. We'll send the dates out. What I will ask is if you're following the page, can you subscribe at the top? So the little bell at the top, so it notifies you every single time we do a post, because we don't want you missing any important information, like the information of, you know, the Salvation Army this week and the Whittam Dentist this week that we exposed, and all the other stuff that we've exposed. So we keep resharing the stuff as well that we've exposed, because there's so much stuff that we've exposed. You know, sexual assault on cleaning staff. I was up here the other day, sat outside on my own, waiting for someone to attend with me. And, oh no, sorry, actually, this was another time, been twice this week. This lovely gentleman over here attended with me, and we saw Romanian cleaners going in, because the English don't want to do it anymore. And that's what I worry about with Crowber as well, because they're advertising jobs out. And do you know, if you are on the dole and they offer you a job, you have to take it, otherwise you're getting sanctioned. And they are forcing people to take these jobs, right? And they're tying their hands, so they have to take this job, otherwise they get sanctioned. It's coming up to Christmas, and that is what's concerning, and I'm worrying that's what's going to happen in Crowber. And I'm worried this turnover of the staff here is a joke, because they treat the staff like absolute shit, right? Would you really want to be coming? I mean, the Romanians were quite happy to come in and clean, which is a shame really, because I'd give them a job cleaning my house over coming in here. But they're happy to go in and clean. I wouldn't personally. I'd like to get in there. I would like to get in there and see what's really going on, but we do know what's going on. They've got pool tables in there. They're having a jolly up. They're disco lights, partying, drinking, smoking drugs. They're the lot. The absolute lot. So.
Yeah, they've got about £5 million worth of gym equipment.
Oh, yeah. I had heard about the gym equipment. So they can train. They're training the army in there, ready to click the fingers and say go. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll play some music now, because I've been talking too much today. Do you want to say anything else? Okay. Getting a bit confident on the mic recently. Do you know, the first time we ever did a protest, I said to Holly, I can't talk because I can't go on camera because of my job. And I said to everyone, turn the cameras off, I'm going to do a little speech. But if anyone sacks me for sticking up for my country, then let them do it, because we're not doing anything wrong by being here. We shouldn't be embarrassed to stand up for our country, right? And it's not racist to not want undocumented men walking on our streets. These men have been put in prison. They've got Kurdish gang tattoos on their hands, and they're being in here and busing into our town centres. They're wearing £1,000 shoes. They're wearing £1,000 coats. Where are they getting the money from? Where are they getting the money from to buy alcohol? Holly caught them drinking outside Tesco's on Thursday in the street. The policeman actually poured it down the drain and threw it away. But I didn't think they were allowed to drink in their countries. So is that why they all come in here? And do you know what they do? They go to church now, because if they turn Christian, they can't be sent home. This is how weak our country is. It's so weak. The country is so weak. That's why we need to get Labour out. I'm not saying who we need to get in, because we do not follow any political party here. We're not a political party, and we're not advertising politics. But what we are doing is we are saying that we do not want Labour in. We need to get them out. You need to write to your local MPs. So, my local MP is Marie Goldman. If anyone has that, just write to her. Braintree, if you're Braintree, write to James Cleverley. If you're North West, write to them. Write to them all. Keep putting pressure on them about this, because James Cleverley is probably the only MP that actually has publicly wrote out about this. All the other ones turn the blind eye. They don't come down here, they don't know what's going on.
Sorry, Middy lad, what lies are being said?
I said, look, bring security with you if you want, if you don't trust me. Come down and see what is going on in the streets. She has no idea what is going on in the streets. She just turns up for a photo opportunity. The only time she's been out in Chelmsford is when she went out for the Gay Pride March with her fucking Palestine flag. And what else did she do? Oh, she went to Pizza Go-Go the other day and had a photo outside. And
yeah, he won't be here for he's got to answer my question, otherwise he's going.
Yeah, she had a photo opportunity at school, but she just goes out for a photo opportunity.
What lies are being said, Middy lad?
She did a message on her page yesterday. She wished everyone a festive season. She didn't even say Christmas. Because like I say, these lot can have Ramadan balloons.
He's gone.
In here,
I've got rid of him. Tough. Can't be bothered with him.
It is a winter jumper day.
And we're not allowed Christmas trees anymore.
Oh, behave
we're
yourself.
Only allowed green trees or winter trees, and we're sick of it. So we're going to play some Christmas tunes. And I think the buses may have stopped because we've not seen any movement. So again, New Year's Eve, spread the word, subscribe to the page, spread the word, just keep sharing, keep letting people know this is not racist to support your company in the borders. This is not a racist movement in any way, shape or form. I used to hide behind a page and now I'm not doing it anymore. I'm showing my face now because I'm sticking up for the future. I don't have children myself. And to be honest with you, I personally wouldn't even want to bring a child into this world at the moment. But I've got friends that have got children.
100%.
We've got 2 children here, and this is what we're sticking up for. These children, my friends' children, my family's children, the future generations. Because if we don't make a stand now, this country will be invaded by Muslims, and this will be an Islamic country in the next few years. And we are not safe. Because at any point they could click their fingers and say go. Like we say, there's gyms inside, they are training. There's been reports of guns and machinery being sold outside Braintree. Kings Road, someone messaged me yesterday. We don't know what's going on. The Home Office are not working with us, so I'm hoping when the government get taken out that we can dissolve the Home Office and we can create a new one. They don't look here, they don't look after us. You know, if they did, they know what's going on, they're covering it up. The amount of times the police have been pulled down here is a joke. And I understand that the Wethersfield Parish Council, the police came down, they asked them how many times have the police been called to Wethersfield? They said 5. They said, what, 5 a day? They said, sorry, the numbers are wrong, we'll get back to you. They still haven't got back to us. I've requested a Freedom of Information report, and I have asked them, how many criminal offences have happened at Wethersfield, and how many criminal offences have happened in Colchester, Braintree and Chelmsford and white asylum seekers. So they've got 20 working days to come back to me, and you do know that they're going to try and cover this up, right? So they're definitely going to try and cover this up. But look, you are all amazing for coming out. I'm so happy that 2 Saturdays in a row we've got amazing weather as well. It's freezing cold, it's the last Saturday before Christmas, and you've come out to stand up for your country. So everyone give yourself a round of applause, because you're amazing people.
Hey man, how you doing? You good?
Good.
How you doing, man? Yeah, bloody hell, I'm glad to see you, mate.
bro.
Oh, mate.
Good, great day last week.
Oh, listen, I can't wait till we get together and start sorting things out, mate.
Yeah.
But how you doing, man? You good, yeah? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
So we'll come down today to show our support.
Yeah, lovely. Listen, you say you're from Northamptonshire. I know it pretty well, Northamptonshire. I used to live in Desborough.
We're rough.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, wicked. Oh, mate. Yeah. Is old Ken Singh still there?
Yeah, Ken Singh.
Yeah. Oh, mate, he was my favourite Chinese. He was. Yeah, his curries were amazing. But
that's where we went to school.
right, okay. Yeah. We moved there, like, had enough of London for a little while, and it was like a stepping stone. Then we ended up moving to Wales. Do you know what I mean? And
you see now, I've lived in Stratford for 10 years. Down London.
Yeah.
So going back to Rothwell now, it's like heaven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really, it's like.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Desborough do you live?
Right. I've got to get this. The Peaslands. Yeah, Peaslands. Yeah, down in Peaslands. I was in one of the places got the cladding on the front. You know, like the brown wooden cladding. I loved it there, but and then I was having to travel all the way back. It's just all the way back to London, bloody almost daily, for my job, and then but then when I went to Wales. I was just lucky that I had a company in Wales that I was okay with. Do you know what I mean? But
so Northampton, like, you know, I mean, what I can travel down to London.
Oh no! I'll tell you what. No, I'll tell you what I would do. Let me just hold on, guys. I'm just going to mute that for because I'll get a. listen. Right, listen.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I've been walking around. How long have you been here? Before I turn the camera around and show people. How long have you been here?
Probably about half an hour.
Right. I had no idea, but it's Robert Wallace. So the guy that I've been telling you about, his book and all the rest of it, to go out to like have a look at my community page. This is Robert Wallace himself.
Hello, guys.
So he's the guy who I'm going to be doing the podcast about, and I've scanned the camera past him time and time again. It was just that last half. Just thought, oh shit, there's Robert. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, this is him. This is Robert Wallace and his brother. Hello, everybody. And sorry, what's your name? John. So yeah, we got John and Robert and guys. Honestly, we got to show him some love, man, and we've got to go and buy his book, honestly, because it's just. I mean, obviously, I'm one of them that's bought the book, by the way. So just by his story, the little bit of his story, I was inspired to want to do the podcast type of thing that I'm going to do. So honestly, people, right, get on that community page, check him out. But Robert, over to you, man.
All right, so I've come down today to support the guys down here because we're concerned about what's going on with buses being dropped into towns, migrants being let off the buses.
Just hold that microphone, mate.
Yeah, migrants being let off the buses in towns and cities, wherever, just to do whatever they want, you know. They're kind of like overtaking they ain't got no respect. They don't know our laws, they don't know our morals, our values, and they're just kind of here on a jolly up just to take advantage of our system and just take what they can out of us, and basically we're all going to get crushed underfoot. But basically I've just written a book about my time coming out of the army, life before I joined the army, and basically I joined before we went into Europe. So coming out when we was in Europe, it was like a different country to me, and I had to try and navigate my way around with problems that I'd picked up in the army, mostly alcohol, and getting out, no support, lost in the world, a new world that I didn't understand, with kind of like Europe. And it weren't just Europe coming here, it's the whole world. You know, we've got the whole world heading for our shores, and we're at risk. Our whole country is at risk of being taken over at any time. But my book details coming out of the army, how things have changed, how my life spiraled out of control, and I ended up basically banged up in 5 countries, you know, and dealing with that. Like 10 years ago I came out of the army. I'll not come out of the army, but my craziness of foreign jails was over 10 years ago, although I was still in and out of British prisons for trying to feed a habit that I'd become addicted to. And basically, you know, I was lost in the city of London for 10 years, addicted to crack and heroin, you know, trying to feed my habit, trying to deal with the trauma of everything that had happened to me in Turkey, being used as a mule. You know, so I've written it all down in a book now, and how I've reformed my life. You actually underwent surgery as well, I believe, have it surgically removed from your gut, I believe. I had 48 capsules inside my stomach, and basically I swallowed them in Ecuador, and I had 48 capsules in my stomach, and they got blocked inside me, and just the panic, you know, the fear that I was, for 4 days I had these inside me blocked. I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing, my mental health was. And just... this time you was in cells at that time, was you in cells? Well, I got caught in a hotel in Turkey. Right, okay. That's where the police kind of like swarmed on me. So from there... I'll tell you what, guys, I don't want him saying too much, right? Because... You know, we're going to go right back. We're talking, obviously, as much as he's prepared to talk about, but we'll discuss it. And I want to hear right from the starting. I mean, my brother's done a few tours of, like a couple of tours of Afghanistan, and I'm not sure where the other place was, unless the 3 were Afghanistan. But he wasn't treated well when he left, you know what I mean? Unless you're highly educated and you're going to be right up there, you ain't got hope in hell. That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Not everybody fits into the military kind of like. You see, when I joined, like mental health and all that wasn't talked about really.
Yeah.
So we're only like nowadays.
100% respect to him. I agree.
Yeah. So basically, if you go out and you buy the book, you know, I mean, the book's called Swallow Hell, and if you go to robertwallaceswallowhell.com, then you can get it there. And kind of
thanks, Shaz. Shaz has just put the link up on the chat, so I appreciate that, Shaz.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
But my end goal is I want this book to go kind of like mega, because there's that many people out on the streets these days that are suffering with addiction, and coming from somebody who's been there, my story and what that put me through, close to losing my life, I believe that this story, it can hit people in a way.
Thank you, Boss Ned.
It can hit people in a way that, you know, they see the dangers of going down that dark road of alcohol and drugs and crime. Yeah, I want them to read this book and think, wow, you know, that life.
I've just recently quit alcohol myself, and
you know, and it
was my only vice, and you know, I used it a lot.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
That was my problem.
Yeah.
Because my life was in such a mess, I used to drink to oblivion daily.
Yeah.
That was my end goal, oblivion. You know, and it's so dangerous, especially with the kind of people we've got walking our streets, unregistered, undocumented. People out there now with any kind of problem, addiction, they're vulnerable to these people. Like myself, I was used as a mule by a gang of basically immigrants, you know, so I know what can happen, what these people, they're not coming here to fit into our country, to fit into our society. They want to come here, rape us, abuse us, take what they can and make a better life for themselves, and we're all going to suffer for that.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, people, as well. I'm going to buy another couple of copies of the book, right, and I'm going to put the book up as like some sort of little competition giveaway thing. It'll be a free to enter competition. But I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a couple of copies of the book, and I'll make a little competition out of it for you guys as well. Okay, so but I don't want
too much
this gentleman giving any more away, right? Because I don't want you knowing. Listen, the book's only bloody $10.99 to read. Honestly, that's shockingly cheap.
And it can change your life,
right? So, but I don't want you giving any more away, Robert, and because we're going to be doing this 100% definite,
100%, mate.
Right.
100%.
So, what I'm looking at doing, I've got a 7-ton like motorhome camper van.
Brilliant.
Right. I would turn that into like my studio, and I'd come and visit you. Let's just step aside a second.
Yeah.
I'd come and visit you, and we're sitting there, and we'll
So what I'm hoping also for this book is, because of the state of our system and our kind of like government not caring about our veterans, like kind of a lot of the money that I raise from this book, I'm going to be putting back into making services possible that we can go round and find veterans on the street, you know, pick them up and bring them out of that dark place and help them and guide them back into a positive life, because they're skilled people and they've got so much to offer us, and we're just leaving them sitting wasting, and that's not right. So please buy the book.
I appreciate it. There's a fair few people in the comments saying, right, I'm going to go and check it out now.
Please buy the book, because I am hoping to make like a charity or whatever that can actually get out on the streets and find veterans and bring them back into
I'll tell you what,
constructive life.
Whatever steps, whatever you do, I just want you to know that I will always be a platform for you to. I mean, listen, I'm in a small channel, but it's better than nothing.
Exactly.
And I will happily be a platform for you to use. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you so much. And big things all start out as small things. You know, we've just got to grow it, and then see what we can do to make our society more positive through those things. Because the government, they're not going to help us. It's up to us people that have lived this life and gone through our difficulties.
Addiction is a prison.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's saying,
and
yeah,
it's,
very
it's
well
up to
put.
us. A lot of these services, they've got people working in them. They're out of textbooks. They don't really know. You know, they don't understand how it is to be on the street, living in a doorway. The hurt, the shame, the fear. It's just not nice. And it's up to us, the people who have gone through it and come through the other side, to lift them people up and show them, come on, we can make changes. But you can't do it on your own. You're only as good as the people you've got around you.
You know what, your brother's, I've noticed he's always by your side as well. I met Robert first of all at Tommy Robinson's Christmas Carol service, and after listening to him there, that's where I thought, do you know what, I've got to hear a bit more about what he's got to say. And I reached out to Robert to try and get him on board with what I'm hoping to do. So fantastic, Robert. We don't want to tell him no more.
No, that's it, mate.
That's it, no more.
Don't forget robertwallaceswallowhell.com. Brilliant read, 5 stars all the way. And I've had so many people telling me this has got to be a film. This has got to be a film, so that's where we're heading.
There you go.
For 2026.
Oh my God, that will be amazing.
Let's sort this country out, and let's stand for what we believe in, and let's just change and make people's lives better for our country. All right, God bless.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so
God
much,
bless you.
man. So much.
you.
Really appreciate
positive,
that.
positive.
And you just for
Cheers,
sticking by him, mate.
Wow.
I would have kicked him in bloody or no, I wouldn't have, but how many people would have let's just walk this way. How many people would have just gone, do you know what, I've had enough of your shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We've been there. That's what I'm saying, you see.
20 years.
Yeah.
And then when he come back around, I thought, well, if I'm not there for him, I can see he's trying.
Who else is
and if I'm not there for him, who else is going to be?
Yeah. So would you? No, I've got the questions. Let's see. I'm going to ask these questions. I don't want to. No, I'm going to leave it. No, I'm going to leave it.
Yeah.
I'm not asking any more questions.
I appreciate everything what you're doing.
Oh,
and
listen.
Like you say, we can grow together.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I want you to use like my small channel as a start anyway. Yeah. No, do you know what? Get out there. Honestly, once we've done our little thing, because I want to be first. I want to be first, and then we'll start reaching out to, I will do. When I'm at these places, there's normally a good handful of other content creators. Some are far bigger than I bloody am. I'll speak to them. I get on with them all. I'll speak to them. I say, look, do you know what? Just check him out. At least, if you could give him a shout out for me, at the very least. Do you know what I mean? I would love to see you proper up there. And do you know, I could look, whether it's in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and I think, do you know what? I'm so glad I was right at the start of what he done. Do you know what I mean? Right at the start of what he done, and the positivity. Do you know what I mean?
That first run on the ladder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, because I've only bought this book out kind of like 8 weeks ago. So
wow.
It's all new to me. I've got myself clean like a year, 18 months ago. I stopped with all the ruining my life.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was chasing something that weren't working for me. I got myself clean and sober through my mother. Well, not through, through everything really.
This time last year, you were in HMO in Corby, weren't you?
Really?
I've got
my own flat.
Corby ain't the best place to be when you got Corby and Kettering. Do you know what I mean?
We only went there to move closer to us. Because it was in Luton and London, so it was a step closer.
There you go. That's not even the best place to be either.
Now he's got his own flat in Kettering.
Yeah, cool.
I lived down King's Cross on the street. When I come back from Turkey, I was living in Stratford for 10 years.
Yeah.
And Westfields.
Yeah.
That was like my garden. So I was
man.
you know what I mean?
We were saying over Christmas one day, he's still
getting out of jail.
He reckons all the lads are still around Stratford. He wants to go down Stratford and try and meet them. With
Try and
all
talk to
that.
them. Yeah.
And show them where he is now.
You know, generally, I know, like, I mean, I've spent a lot of time around them in the mid to late 80s, early 90s, and you know, on the Old Kent Road in London, Peckham and that, and I've got to say, you do feel most of the time that you may as well just go and smack your head against the wall, but you know, saying if just by simply talking to him you can possibly make one out of a few hundred, even just one change his mind. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Out giving Christmas presents and all that out, isn't
I did an interview with him last week.
Oh, wicked. Yeah,
so,
cool.
You know, like kind of gave him a book, did an interview with him.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like reaching out.
I hope he reads the book.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's I really do.
Because he's written one himself, isn't he? Like, foreign prison and all that.
Yeah. I can't wait. Mine's arriving on Monday. I thought it was today, but it's not. It's Monday.
What's
my book arrives Monday.
You bought one?
Yeah, no, I bought. No, it's my son. My son. Yeah, that was my son. So you were talking to him first of all, and I came walking along, and that's when he went. Can you? What you've just told me? Can you tell my dad? And that's how like I've jumped on board with you. Do you know what I mean? But it'd be bloody brilliant. I'm looking forward to it.
Raise the colours are supporting Robert and your brother John. And the book's called Swallow Hell. Buy your copy now.
But that ain't gone. That's just on my phone. That
Yeah.
Where's the Hello.
Yeah. Good old Billy. Well done. This is what you are. I saw you speaking to him when I was there.
Put some of these pictures on some group pages. Raise the colours. Oh my God!
Could you send me these pictures? WhatsApp them to me, okay?
You will not believe the hatred, all the haters while we're getting.
Oh man, I know.
Raise the colours.
It's terrible.
Raise the colours. Facebook page.
Jog on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you, people. Certainly on YouTube, Facebook, on all the social medias, I tell you what, the anger amongst so many people.
Not really put a lot on Facebook.
That's terrible, mate.
My missus usually put a picture for her anniversary or birthday, but that's about as far as I'll go on Facebook. I know what people are doing. I haven't noticed what people are doing. But I posted some of these pictures, and it really upset me. At first it did, because I'm not used to it, and I thought, I can understand how some of these people take their own lives for being trolled like that. It's awful.
Oh, I know. I've been through some where I've had a couple of trolls who were intent on trying to destroy my channel, and the first one I lost my shit with, because I didn't know how to deal with it.
That's right.
But then after that one was dealt with, only because I found out his address.
I was like on the other day, I didn't know how to deal with it at first.
Yeah. Oh, if you know their address, it's dealt with. Because then it's like, oh shit, because they're just keyboard warriors. Do you know what I mean? Right. And then, but the second one, I thought, I'm going to play you at your game, and I just, I trolled him. Trollers don't like being trolled, do you know what I mean?
I deleted the post with all the nasty comments and put it back up so you couldn't comment on it.
Yeah.
I still folded my way around Facebook. I struggled doing it all.
I don't use Facebook personally, but I've got a Facebook account. But some of the stuff that I post, it gives you an opportunity. It says, would you like to share this to Facebook? And sometimes I just go, yeah, go on, what the hell? And that's how, otherwise I don't ever go on there, do you know what I mean? But
me, after like kind of what I've been banged up in Turkey, banged up in Paris, all these old Bill Rounds, you can't understand what these little things don't bother me, mate. You know, they can say what they want. It's all over the top of my head.
Yeah, I get that.
Exactly. Anything in life, over the top, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Apart from this. And what's happening with...
Do you know what, right? You're standing here talking to me and we're talking about, like, giving you all the coverage and that.
Yeah.
You watch, in 2 years' time, you're going to be lording it up like fucking... You're going to turn up in your Bentley and shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, you see, that'd be nice, but I will never forget where I've come from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
I will never forget lying on that hospital table.
Yeah.
Handcuffed to a hospital bed.
Yeah.
With old bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
I've got to follow them in a second. Like they're doing.
I've got your number now.
Mate, listen, do me a favour. If it's not you that does it and it's your brother, make sure he sends me those photographs. I'll share those.
They're going to be with you by the end of the day, mate.
Cool.
You see, all this computer.
Hey, this guy, he's going to be, right, with the help of his brother, he's going to be famous soon, right? He's just released his own book, right? Knock it, but he's hoping to turn the book into a film as well, and I hope he succeeds doing it.
Yeah, I need to get a drink of water back in a minute.
There's boxes up there on the right hand side. Up there, behind.
Mate, I'm so glad you're here. I really am. I really am glad you're here. Do you know how many times I panned the camera around and I thought, and I just hadn't noticed. It was just that last time I thought, oh my God.
I'll leave you get on with what you're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate
I
that.
thought I'm not just going to come up and say, oh yeah, because you know you've got other things going on. Do you know what I mean? But you know what?
Do you know they've got 1,200 illegal immigrants in this barracks, Mum?
It's disgraceful.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And
Yeah,
this is just
but do you know something? What makes me sick, and then so we can then go back to you is that the fact they're getting all this for nothing.
Exactly.
And you couldn't even get a meal.
Yeah, and these little kids here can't even get a dentist.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Bang on.
Children.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
Their teeth are getting destroyed.
Yep.
And they're not, they're not getting any.
Yep.
And it's not just, it's everything, isn't it? It's doctors, it's it's everything. But what I would cut a hole in this fence. Yeah. You know how they try to do with the Palestine
Bryce
action?
Norton.
Yeah.
Bryce Norton,
I'll cut through this fence, go find their bus, pop all the tyres, smash all the...
I mean, I'm assuming, like, how long did you serve in the... I don't mind you saying that.
3 years.
Right, yeah. Did you ever go from Bryce?
No.
Did you? No, you never, because I lived in Bryce Norton.
I think I flew to Cyprus from Bryce.
Right, okay. Yeah, they're. I mean, I used to work on that base regularly, like dealing with all the signage and stuff. And I don't know. I'm thinking. I think they just seem to have got on there too easily.
Yeah. Well,
and there's. Do you know what I mean?
Everything's too easy.
I mean, the security I had to go through. I mean, honestly, it was like the proper mirrors under. Well, mind you actually drove over one that it wasn't like they put the mirrors. You actually drove over a detection mirror or whatever they call it. But give us. Yeah, go on.
Just one person I've done.
Yeah, no worries, of course. Yeah, anybody like that, just let us know. Anybody like that, just let me know. Yeah.
You see all these Antifa. What?
No Tifa. No Tifa, mate. That's what they are.
Yeah.
No Tifa. Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter what it is. Yeah. They will find something to protest about.
100%. Yeah.
All they are is anarchists.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah.
They're just anarchists. Mate.
Totally.
And that's all they want. They want anarchy.
Yeah.
They want the government to fall, which we all do.
Walk with me. I'm listening. Go on. I want to walk around while I'm listening.
We
Go
all
on.
want this government out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Antifa, they want the collapse of everything. All these big companies.
Yeah, they do.
All these big
They do.
Government. Do
you know if everything collapsed though, they're the sort of people that wouldn't know how to survive.
Exactly.
They're still sucking mummy's tit.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Living in basements and stuff, or the attic and
They ain't got a clue,
they really don't. I mean, I like to think that I would survive. I mean, my hobby is shooting and stuff like that. Is my hobby. I do a lot of hunting, right? And I spend a lot of time in woods. One of my shooting permissions, 72 acres of woodlands, and I just love. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I go there, I'll park my motorhome up in the, like where we can park up, and I'll just go off in the woods and I'll spend a couple of days, few days, and I love it. I'll just have my axe, me whatever I'm using, like shooting wise, a knife, and I just love it. Generally, I'll use a tarp and a hammock. You know, no matter what the weather, and I just love it. I love it. But these idiots that want the demise of just about everything and anything. That's right. If we did have the demise of everything, they're the first idiots that are just going to turn into plant life. Do you know what I mean?
They'd start protesting then about what things have become. Why did you let it go? Because you asked for
because
it.
That's what you wanted. Exactly. That's what you got it. Now shut up and deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, do you know, it is crazy, man. It is bloody crazy.
Society is in a very dangerous situation.
100%.
You've got so many divisions and people split this side, that side. You know, nobody knows what's real news. Nobody knows who is who.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, mate. So what's your plans? You've come here and like you're going back to Northampton after. Yeah.
It's just my brother kind of like. First thing this morning, come on, girl, we're going down.
Good.
Do you know what I mean?
Good.
Like, for me, I'm up for it because it's all, you know.
Yeah, no, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, I haven't slept last night. I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
2 reasons. 1, my dog weren't well, and 2, because last night was going to be a sleepless night anyway because the boxing was on.
Right.
So because the boxing was on, the ring walk wasn't until supposed to be 3:30 a.m. But it never ended up being. I can't. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was closer to 4 a.m. By the time the fight finished, it was 4:15, 4:45, whatever it was. And it was like, well, I've got to be up for 6 o'clock. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? So,
you just gone right through the night, basically.
Yeah. So
that's the sacrifice.
I'm okay now, but it'll be driving home.
Well, that's the
Fortunately, I'm not doing nothing tonight. Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Because this is what's important to you.
Yep.
And we've all got to make sacrifices.
Mine is principle. You know, mine is principle. I get people saying, "Oh yeah, but you're earning loads of money." I might. Do you know what? For today, I can give you a rough idea. I've probably earned about 15 quid for today from this.
Yeah.
That's it, right? I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because this, to me, principally is we've got to fight this shit.
For your kids.
Exactly.
For your kids.
Yeah. All my kids are grown up, right?
Yeah.
But I've got 6 grandkids, right? And that's what it's about.
What about their kids?
Yeah, exactly.
What about the future?
Don't stand a chance, mate.
You know that, mate.
Don't stand a chance.
Because, right, the thing is, right, these here, in a way, it's good, that they're here in this camp, fenced off, and we can come here and we can stop them buses going into the town.
Yep.
But when these are all put in HMOs in our towns, what then?
I've been saying, look, let's not misunderstand. Right, I'll tell you what, guys. Listen, I'm gonna say goodbye now. Okay, I want to hang up. Yeah, I will do. Up the cherries. Hi, Jason. Can you please pass on my best wishes to Robert? I've just bought his book and look forward to following his new journey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Do you know what? That's from Robert himself.
And let's save this country. Let's get addiction off of our streets. Let's get people out of doorways, sleeping here and there. Come on. Let's try and tidy things up a bit and bring people back to their senses. Please, in the name of God. Thank you so much.
Yeah, do you know what, guys? I'm just about to say goodbye, right? Because I want to put the camera down now, and I want to speak to Robert off camera. I want to say hello and speak to a few of these people off camera. So I'm going to say goodbye now, and thank you for joining me today. Much appreciated, but I will catch up with you tomorrow. You know we got a busy day tomorrow. I'll be out again, what, 7 a.m. tomorrow I'll be out, and then I'll be out, like, I'll be out till about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. I'll be out till. So
amazing.
Anyway, guys, all the best. Catch up with you in the next one. Thank you so much. And Robert says goodbye.
Wicked, thank you, mate.
There we go.